Here's Mix 100, broadcasting live from Lone Tree, Colorado. And you can also watch us on YouTube. Just search Mix 100 Denver and stream away. Good morning, guys.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you. It is St. Patrick's Day.
What do you mean we're doing it? It's the day.
It is.
Skiddly diddly doo.
No, you guys have been
My
doing this
day.
all weekend.
I don't have any. Is this green?
It's the
I
actual
can't tell.
day.
Is that green? That's
Close
brown.
enough.
That's brown.
I think you got
You're
green on your
repping.
watch,
Is
don't
it green?
Yeah, you're repping.
Josh, you have green?
Josh
Hey,
is
brother.
green.
You have green on. I didn't even look at you
Yes.
today. Katie, black.
I do. I have a green tattoo,
Oh, okay.
so I'm always repping.
She's
Always
like, oh,
repping.
somebody pinch me.
No, she's going,
I
I
know.
forgot, so I have a green
It's been a
tattoo.
minute since I've been
Ooh,
pinched.
little lower. Pinch. Speaking of green and St. Patrick's Day, how about that parade,
Oh my
bro?
gosh! Thank you to everyone who came out. That was so much fun.
It was a
My
freaking
gosh.
blast, man.
I just had
That
the
was
best
awesome.
time doing that.
Also-
I know Katie did.
Can I
really
say,
did.
I stayed downtown for 12 hours after the parade.
13 hours,
And
Josh.
I went out, and it was so much fun, though, because I'm not kidding. I got stopped probably 15 times by people that are avid listeners to the show
No way.
or were in the parade. And they stopped me, and they literally were like, are you from the JKJ show? I listen to you guys every morning. And it made me so happy because I love meeting listeners of the show. And I wish you guys were down there with me still throughout the day. It was as crowded as can be, so you guys would have
Oh, I
hated
bet.
it. But
Yeah.
it was so much fun to be stopped and be like, oh my gosh, these guys listen, you
That's
guys enjoy the
nice.
show. And it was so cool to meet a bunch more listeners and on top of the people that were at the parade, and they were like, I got these beats from you guys and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Good.
it was
good.
really cool to be out there kind of post parade and meet with a bunch of people that
And we
listen to
always
the
tell
show.
everybody that when you see us out and about, like
Yeah.
stop and say, hey. I mean, we
Seriously.
don't care. We love it. It's
no,
all
I
good.
got a text from my friend, and he was like, "Guess who I just met?" And I was like, "Josh." And he's like, "How did you know?"
Because he's down there tearing it
Because
up.
he's down there, and so
I got
are
some
you,
videos from
so-
Josh, and he was dancing with some pretty girls and stuff. So.
Aw.
It was a good time. We got up on stages. I mean,
Did
we
you?
we went to, I can't even remember the places we went to. I know we ended up at Whiskey Row though, and it was so much fun because we got up on the stage with the DJ and we were dancing with everybody.
Right
and that
on,
was-
man. Good for
It was
you.
wild. It was a very fun time, and I slept a lot yesterday.
Oh, good for you.
I couldn't
Josh.
even imagine. First of all, the crowds.
Yeah.
Shoulder to
But
shoulder.
second, let's just say Jeremy had a little too much
Oh my
on
gosh.
Friday night, forgetting that he had to be at the parade. I had to be here at
Yeah.
the building at 7:30 in the morning to get down to the parade. And I don't know. I didn't plan on it on Friday night. Like, we went to a little brewery that I love in Littleton, and the owner was there, and he kept feeding me like little shots of beers that are coming out soon.
Yeah.
So I had a lot there, and then we ended up at our neighbor's house, and my neighbor's a whiskey guy, and just a couple more whiskeys and a couple more brewskis. And
That's all it
I was like,
took.
oh no, I don't remember walking home.
No.
I saw some pictures from Friday night, and I was like, "Oh, Jeremy's gonna
Yeah.
hate
we
Saturday
showed
morning."
up here. Yeah. He was like, "I'm so hungover." I'm like, "You have to be in a parade
And
I'm
act like
my
you
God.
love
We
life.
have
Josh,
to be
I gotta tell you,
so happy
because Katie and I were meeting here at the station to ride down with our promotion person in the station vehicle.
Yeah.
And we pulled up at the exact same time, and Katie gets out of her car. Oh my God, it's parade day! I can't believe it!
I'm so
Please be
excited.
quiet.
And I was like, oh
Yeah.
God, no.
Yeah, he
Oh
was like,
God,
I
no.
can't with you today.
Please
Just stop.
stop.
Just stop.
Like,
Like,
please, just turn it down just a little for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You
it
rallied
was-
well though, man, because
You
you were on
did.
the
I was
bike.
fine.
You were, I mean,
ended up
you-
walking. And
You crushed it. Yeah, you sweated it off by like 8:15.
I did.
in the morning.
Exactly.
It was
was
28
fine.
degrees, and Jeremy was sweating, so we were like,
I
oh,
ended up
boy.
turning around and coming back downtown for the Nuggets game that night, too. I took my dad to the Nuggets game, which was, I got to say, just so great. And he was so
Yeah.
happy to spend time with me, and likewise. And we had a good time. And, we get there and we find our seats. He's like, all right, I'm going to buy you a beer. Let's go. And I'm like, oh, God, no.
Please don't.
I was like, that's very kind of you, but direct me to the Dr. Pepper.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah. And how about that game, too, with the Nuggies?
it was good until it wasn't.
Heartbreaker. I know. The
And that
Wizards
sucks.
suck, right?
It was a
Yeah.
back-to-back, and they were coming off the big win over the Lakers, which
Yeah.
was a huge deal. And then it's like you play the Wizards, and it's one of those things where they are such lesser competition. Nothing against them. They're not a good team right
They're
now.
not.
And
no.
so when you come off that high of a huge win and a team that you just hate, I mean, Nuggets fans do not like the Lakers. You kind of play down to your competition. and they hit you with a game-winning 3 with 2 seconds left in the
Well,
game.
I missed it because in true
'Cause you
Jer Bear
left.
fashion, we had
Okay.
5 minutes left in the game. I look at my dad, I was like, "You want to beat traffic?" He's like, "Yeah, that's fine. We can
We'll
go."
get the dub. It's fine.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, it doesn't look like we're gonna win." So we made it out to the car, and then we threw it on altitude next door, our sports guys, and we were listening to the game, and and then Nuggets came back and tied it up with 3 seconds left, and we're both in the car like, "Oh my god." We left early, and this thing's going into overtime. I'm like, what are the odds? And we were laughing. And then, Wizards got it, shot a 3, and they, 1 second left in the game.
Literally.
And literally 1 second, and they ended up winning.
But that's where you don't feel bad then. You're like, you know
And
what?
then
It's good
I was like,
left.
okay,
It's good we left
it's
because we
good.
would have lost, and it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Don't want to see the loss.
Yeah, don't want to see the last. So. What else? Did you guys do anything else fun this weekend?
I
Anything good?
did. After the parade, I went home and pretty much just settled into I did not leave. I felt so bad for you that you had to venture back out into
I
the people
know.
land. I was like, because I was on my couch and I was like, Katie, you have food at home. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't
Yeah.
even need to go get food. So
Yeah.
I Saturday night hunkered down, but then Sunday I got up early and I went down to Colorado Springs and got some hiking in. So I hiked for 4 miles, went to one of my
Nice.
favorite waterfalls. It was pretty great. I did think it was funny because I had this one trail that I love. It's Seven Bridges Trail, and in and out again, it's 4 miles. But it is so icy up there right now. Even with all the
bet.
thaw and everything, and it being 60 degrees yesterday, you get up to the top of that trail, it is still pretty slick ice.
yeah.
So I was hiking, and there were a lot of people out there, but everybody could only make it to a certain point. And then they were like, "Oh, it's you can't even make it up to Bridge 7 because it's so icy." But I mean, I have hiking shoes.
You got to bring
You
your
did
ice
it?
skates.
My shoes were built for this.
You did it?
I'm from North Dakota. I know about ice.
Katie
I did
falls
it.
in and never to be
I
seen from
did it.
again.
I did it. I made it all the way up to the top,
at
and I was so
you.
excited. But then coming down was a whole.
She slid the whole
I
way
know,
down.
I was like, I was skiing down that mountain without skis.
She was
that
walking
the
like
point.
me on Friday night, probably.
But
my
I know it was
gosh.
so funny though because I came across this group of college guys who were hiking as well, and they were so upset that I kept passing them and doing things that they couldn't do, and they're like, "How are you beating us? Are you cheating?" And I'm like, "I'm just cooler than
Cheating?
you." I don't know.
How do you
This is-
cheat with
How do you
hiking?
cheat?
I felt really, really good about myself though because
Yeah.
they kept thinking that I was doing something unlawful to get ahead of them. And
Well,
do
and you
things
probably
that they
kept
couldn't
passing
do.
them and
I
slowing down
did.
and passing and
And
slowing
I
down
was-
just to try
and
to
then
get some looks.
One of the guys on their squad or whatever, he kept falling and screaming like a girl. He was like,
Uh-oh.
"Ah!" And so it was so funny because then I was laughing at him, his friends were laughing at him, and I was like, "This is too much silliness for my hike. I've got to go."
That's
I've
a
gotta
humbling experience
leave
for
you
that
guys."
guy.
I know, it was
Jeez.
pretty funny.
Before I go,
so-
though, can I get all of your numbers?
There you go.
No. College age, Jared.
Perfect,
Hear me
Katie.
say
That's-
that,
what do you
but-
mean?
Get
That's
you
fine.
some,
It's
Cougar.
still it was still so. I just love hiking when there isn't a lot of people around. Something I've
Sure.
noticed.
Oh, I bet.
It's
When
nice
I
and
try-
quiet. You're connecting
Yeah.
with nature.
Well, when I try and hike here in the Denver metro, it is very people-y. There's a lot.
It's very people-y?
It is. There, every hike I go on, there's so many people. So at least down in the Springs, I can get a good quarter mile, half a mile with nobody.
That's good.
in my way.
It's a good time of year to
Yeah,
go because
I
it's
need that.
muddy and slick.
Exactly.
Ugh,
Nobody
yeah.
wants to be out
Not so
there.
people-y.
Yeah, not so people-y.
It sounds like
You
me
get
when
it.
I go out to run errands on Saturday.
No.
Why is it got to be so people-y?
I don't like it.
I like all these people-ys.
Yeah.
Well, right on. We had a good weekend, a lot of fun. A little later, we'll dive back into the parade because I have an observation about what went on when it came to handing out beads
Oh, no.
that we need to talk about.
No.
I think I
Yeah, because I came home and immediately told Nicole, I've never seen anything like this.
Stop
I have.
it.
It was insane.
It was,
Stop.
actually.
It was not.
It
It was
was.
very normal.
A bit much.
What happened at that parade?
I have
Jeez.
never seen anything
You guys
like
have
this.
just never been in a parade, okay?
Well, it's
all
okay.
right. It's fine.
We know how it works, though.
It's fine.
We'll talk about that a little later. Coming up, too, we've got a trending report. We'll get you updated on everything that's going on local, including that big Buc-ee's news, which I never thought I'd be talking about.
Right?
I
Yeah.
know.
Shocked me too, Jer.
We'll do that and more coming up with Jeremy, Katie, and Josh. Right now, first check of traffic. Denver's best music, Mix 100. Skiddly diddly dee. Today's the day. It's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
This makes me so happy.
I know, right? I've got a
love
bunch
this
of them.
music.
I got a bunch of Irish music I'm going to be dropping today.
And
so.
we're just
So
going to be
good.
saying things like, did you take my Lucky Charms? Did you take my Lucky Charms?
My mom gave both kids a box of Lucky Charms.
Oh,
Oh, are
that's
you
so
serious?
sweet.
Yeah, when I dropped my dad off from the
cute.
game, she's like, "Here, give these to the kids."
I
I'm
want
like,
to
"Okay."
make like Rice Krispie treat style treats with
Oh.
Lucky Charms instead.
I
So-
always wanted they have
Yeah.
the Lucky Charms that are just all marshmallows.
Yes.
Oh, that cereal.
Skiddly
Here's your-
diddly dee.
Here's your
Yes.
sugar, honey.
It's pure sugar.
I think I'm going to make everybody who calls in for Fast Five today start the conversation with skiddly diddly
Please.
you
dee.
need to.
Please.
It's a requirement today.
It might be
How
a
are ya?
requirement to play Fast Five today. It's funny you're bringing that up. There's a story out this morning talking about all the green foods that we're Googling and that we're going to be consuming today. A lot of green drinks. Green mimosas were on there, green Jell-O shots, Irish margaritas, green whiskey sours, green lemonade, green smoothies, shamrock shakes. The list goes on and on and on. Today's
Oh
the
my
day to get
gosh.
your fill of green food coloring.
I may have to get one of those shamrock shakes today, though. That sounds like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
right up my
I've
alley.
never
It is.
had one of those.
Oh, they're good.
Are they're mint, right?
They
not
are
too shabby.
Yeah,
Not too
and
bad.
They
I might
come
get
out
one.
just once a year, so it's
Yeah.
like totally. I feel like I have a need for it, and then I have it, and I'm like, okay, I'm good
I
for a year.
think on Saturday I had about a gallon of green beer.
That's gonna say. Well, and that's the
A
funny
lot
thing.
of green beer.
Your kidneys
After-
are like, oh God, no.
They were,
Yeah.
Please help me.
After celebrating it all weekend, now you guys have to do it again today on a Monday.
I'm not
Are
drinking.
you
Absolutely
ready?
I'm
no.
not drinking for.
Heavens
No.
no.
After having so much on Friday night, it was another one of those days on like Saturday morning where I had a conversation with myself.
Not again.
I think I
Jer.
saw you having that
I know.
conversation.
Yeah, it was me mumbling to myself in the back seat, and I was like, I can't do this. And I'm just not gonna do this.
got to make some
my
changes.
Do you
gosh.
realize how bad it is for you?
There
Take your
was
milk
one
thistle.
point
Yeah.
when we were in that parade because we were all in the Mix 100 vehicle, like sardines jam packed, and I looked over at Jeremy, and he looked like he was hating life. He's
like, "Please roll down the
"Oh
window."
my God, I'm gonna throw up, and we weren't moving. Like for
No,
a
we were
good
stuck.
15 minutes, we were stuck in that parade route, and we were just like, "When is this gonna start? When is this
And then
gonna
Big Rob
end?"
kept locking the windows. I was
Yeah.
like, Rob, you gotta unlock the
You
windows.
gotta
brother.
roll the windows down. You were pretty hilarious
Please.
on Saturday, but you were such a trooper.
Hey,
like,
you fight through
you
it.
really were. Like he put those speakers on top of that vehicle, no problem. Like
Yeah,
one
you
armed
fight
it
through
and
it.
everything. I was.
You can't
were
feel bad for
impressive,
him either
sir.
because he wasn't sick. He did it to himself.
I know.
That's
you
my
really-
thing. I was like, I
Yeah.
gotta suck it up and be a big
Yep.
boy, but
Yeah.
it was one of those things where it's like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
This is
Have
just,
that
you
conversation.
realize how bad alcohol is for you.
You had a
And-
one-on-one with
gosh.
yourself,
and you work so hard to maintain, some sort of health
Yeah.
the rest of your life. You're going to the gym all the time and trying to eat healthy.
Throw
and
it
then
away for one
And
day.
you throw it away for one night.
You know what's funny is
Sure
we kind
did.
of had that same conversation really quick. Was me and my buddies who are we are right near up that 30-year-old mark, and the people that we were kind of partying with the whole day were like 3 or 4 years younger than us. And at the end of the day, we're looking at each other, and he goes, "We can't do this again. We can't,
this is not our
we
life
can't
anymore."
go the whole day." And
Yeah.
we're like, "No, this is not.
Yeah.
This is probably the last time we're staying out
until
for
next
14
weekend.
hours." Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, day drinking is hard as you get older.
the worst.
Yeah, that's a young
Oh,
person
the
sport
worst.
right there.
I have not seriously day drunk like that since probably college.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God, we can't do this
Yeah,
anymore.
this is hard.
We're not as young as we used to be.
Yeah.
Bad.
Oh well. We do have a trending report here for you. The first big thing going on at the station today. Today's the day where we kick off Code Play for Coldplay, where we'll give you a flight number at right around 8:10 today. Big Rob will also give you a flight number at 1:10 today, and then stick around for Nina in the afternoon, and she'll do something like, "Hey, caller 10, give me all those numbers from throughout the day." Then you got to call in and give her the numbers. Boom, you get qualified to go see Coldplay out in Miami.
And you also get that signed Coldplay vinyl, right?
Moon
Isn't it
music.
That's a nice qualifying prize you get there as well.
How about
is.
that? That you get there as well. Your North Dakota came out.
You know what I mean there?
The fun starts today, 8:10 with JKJ. All right, trending report. What's going on locally, Katie?
Oh, this is the big news because Buc-ee's might not move down south now. Did you hear the Beaver has withdrawn its request to annex land for a new location off I-25 and County Line Road down there in El Paso County? They do have plans to resubmit this bid, but it is shocking news because we know that Buc-ee's wanted to put a gas station down there in Palmer Ridge, or Palmer Lake, rather. The people who live there were like, we don't like that idea. We don't want a big gas station blocking our mountain view and bringing all that traffic to our area. This is not something we signed up for. Our property values are going to go down. We don't like this.
They created quite the stink down there.
They did, and apparently it worked because more than 1,200 people signed their petition in less than 48 hours when all that stuff went down. Yeah, so I don't know if that's why Buc-ee's took a step back, but they did with plans to resubmit. But I don't know where this leaves it. I really don't.
They even got that school bus, right? That was going up and down saying, no, Buc-ee's, no,
you
Buck,
remember.
no.
They did, So
I thought for sure that this was going to win. The corporation was going to win.
Well, you think they can always wait it out, right? They got the big money. They're like, we're going to be able to just do this.
Give it time.
Yeah, the Beaver always prevails kind of thing.
Maybe they'll move the Beaver down the road a little bit or
Maybe
something.
they will, closer to like Colorado
Relocate
Springs
the Beaver.
Why do they always
something,
want to put it out kind of like, I'm not saying in the middle of nowhere, but why not put it in like a Lone Tree or a Denver or a Highlands Ranch or something like
well, you
where
have
we
to
don't care?
think too.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, no one cares.
Buc-ee's is a truck stop, so when you have a truck stop in the middle of a city, that is kind of hard for like the big rigs and stuff to get to it. So when they have them out there in the lesser populated areas, it makes it a little easier for the truck drivers. So I think that that's kind of their thinking.
Copy that.
Yeah, I think that like I didn't realize the stink that they caused would create some kind of hurdle, but I guess it did. So we'll have to see where this story goes.
The Beaver may bow out and move on, I guess.
We'll see.
Bye-bye, Beaver.
Bring its tail elsewhere.
Yeah.
Also something going on in Colorado that is kind of funny to me. So we've seen egg prices are crazy right now. I mean, up to like $8 for a carton of eggs if you're looking at just a regular grocery store, not a Costco or something.
Yeah.
But they do have a different route that they're looking to take. Colorado grocery stores looking to move to grade B eggs.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Either.
What's a grade B egg?
So
Is there a little blood in it?
No, so A and AA eggs. So the eggs we're used to, they have thicker, firmer whites and rounder yolks and no blemishes on the shell. Grade B eggs have those things.
Oh, who cares?
It's the same, and that's what they say. So grade B eggs are usually used for like egg casseroles and the stuff that, the egg whites that are in the carton that you buy.
Yes.
That's what grade B eggs are used for typically. They aren't necessarily used for just the eggs that you eat individually, like you're having 2 eggs and bacon kind of thing. They're saying that the grade B eggs are used.
Give me grade B all day long.
And that's what they're like, people paying a ridiculous amount for eggs. A lot of them are like, I wouldn't mind having
so they have a
yolks
pretty
that
shell.
break. Exactly. I don't mean I don't care about blemishes on the shell.
I don't want to
whatnot.
brag, but I picked up a dozen eggs at Safeway yesterday for $3.75 because I wandered in early in the morning to knock some grocery shopping out.
Yeah.
And they were putting the 50% off stickers on the eggs because
my
nobody was
gosh.
buying them. And they're still, the expiration was still a week later.
Yeah.
So I scooped up a couple dozen for $3.75. Thank you. I thought I was
funny.
I'm like, today I am winning at life.
Hit the
No, I
lottery,
totally
man.
want to
Seriously.
we are not worthy. We are not
Don't want
worthy.
to brag, but yeah, $3.75 is kind of a big deal.
Oh my
Even
gosh.
the checker was like, whoa, they got more of these back there?
Yeah. Well, and it's because eggs in Colorado, one of the reasons we're seeing such a hike in the price is because of the cage-free law that kicked in at the beginning of this year. So these grade B eggs are still following that cage-free law. They're just a little less pure.
It just might have a chick in it when you crack it
Exactly.
open.
Oh my god,
One
it's
of those
alive!
impurities. It's fine. It's fine.
Just might
Could you
be
imagine?
a beak and some legs in there.
It'd still make a great
Jeez.
omelet. That's protein.
Blend
That's
it
what
up.
That is. All right. How about? I thought this next story would really make Josh happy because a local high school senior has made Lego art at the Center for the Arts in Evergreen. So his name is Mason Martin, and brick by brick, it's a pop-up exhibit. But what he said is he was like, there was this one day where I was walking with my Lego completion and I dropped it. And he's like, I didn't have the instructions anymore, and I was so sad.
the
He's
worst.
like, what am I going to do with all these Legos? And he's like, wait a minute. I don't need instructions. I can make whatever I want. So that was like the inspiration behind his new little Lego pop-up thing. And it is unique
awesome.
Lego art made by people, and it's on display at the Center for the Arts in Evergreen. So
This is what every 7-year-old does. Why is this such a big deal?
It's a big deal because it's
Hey.
a bunch.
Really?
No, it's a
Every
bunch.
7-year-old has
No,
a
'cause
bucket of Legos and they make their own thing.
Yeah,
They
but
do,
it's,
but
this looks good.
it does, and
There's
it's
the difference.
actual
Does
art.
it?
Like he had a bunch of people come together and create art pieces, and now they're on display at the Center for the Arts in Evergreen.
I gotta look it
and
up.
he had some prominent people come judge these Lego pieces.
Like who?
Are you familiar with Moto? No. Okay.
No.
Sure.
I really thought
Yeah.
you know who he was. So he's
Moto.
apparently
Prominent
Colorado
people.
native and a very prominent figure in the world of Lego art.
That is
and
super
he
cool, though.
competed on
Where's this
season,
at?
He competed
Evergreen.
on season
Evergreen.
2 of Lego Masters.
That is
and he's from
awesome.
Colorado, so he was judging all the pieces that were put into this exhibition. But this is part of his senior project before he graduates.
cool. So he's getting,
a
like,
lot
great-
of looks.
yeah.
I think this is really neat.
That's awesome. So when you make your own stuff and you don't have your, the instructions to build something, it's like called a mock or my own creation. So if he's doing stuff like that and then creating like actual art out of it, that's
Yeah.
super cool. When I was young, I made my own candy dispensing Lego build, and I made it by myself. I built it. It would dispense its own candy. You could put like fake little coins in there and then pull the lever and candy would come out. And I
How
was so
neat.
proud of it. I was so excited.
You're a regular engineer.
Nothing against
Yeah,
her.
I mean-
My younger sister dropped it off the table one time and it shattered.
Oh,
She was
Haley-
just jealous of your Lego building skills.
I love her.
Haley.
She's
Getting all the
great. She's
attention.
an awesome person, but I was pissed at her for
He
like
was
a year.
so mad.
I
Yes.
couldn't put the pieces. I couldn't remember. And like every time you make your my own creation, it's going to be different in some way because there's no instructions to put it back together the way that it was. And I could never get it quite right to make
She
it
just wanted
dispense
all
the
that
again.
candy.
Oh.
I think that's what it was. She couldn't get it in the inside because she didn't have the fake coins.
She was jealous.
I was, hey, it's
Lil
love you,
jelly.
but man,
Yeah.
not
Is that your
happy.
hot sister?
It's just one of my sisters.
Yeah, it's his sister, Jeremy.
One of
But yeah, that Lego art is on display now.
That's
if
so
you
cool.
Okay,
wanna
so I
go
looked
check
it up.
out. Yeah,
All right, it's pretty cool.
It's
Is it
pretty
really?
neat, right?
I gotta look it up too. That's
Man,
awesome.
That's pretty
Mason
neat
Martin,
stuff.
he
It's
did
not
a-
like 7-year-olds. I'm
No,
sorry.
He did a great
It's really
job.
good. It's
Yes.
really neat stuff.
Good job,
That's
Mason
awesome.
Martin.
Good job,
from
Mason
Evergreen.
Martin, and whoever that well-known name was from the Lego.
Moto.
Moto.
Yes.
Oh, he did the Star Wars. I know this guy. He did the
Okay.
Star Wars Lego mod.
I know him.
Thought you
well,
knew him.
know of him.
Okay.
That is, yeah, he's legit.
You remember that plane that caught on fire at DIA?
No.
We do.
You don't know?
No, I
don't
Tell
recall.
us about that.
When did this
so
happen?
the passengers are starting to speak up now about it, and apparently, they were told that there was something wrong with the plane while they were still up in the air before they landed in Denver. So some of the passengers are coming out and saying that there was something over the loudspeaker that said that they were feeling a vibration, and so they needed to taxi back and go land the plane in Denver. So at that moment,
This is your captain speaking. We feel a little vibration in
Yes,
the back, and
exactly.
it could be because the plane's on fire.
no,
So
they didn't
if,
know the plane was on fire then.
You could all just buckle your seatbelts. It's gonna get a little bumpy on
They said-
a ride back into Denver.
So the lady who was talking in the news story, she said that
Yeah.
nobody knew. Like when that announcement came on, everybody was still pretty calm because they're like, okay, we just have to land, whatever. A little anxious, but they
Yeah.
were fine. And then when they landed, she said, I looked and saw that my window was melting, and that was my no. And I was like, oh my gosh. She's like, that's when everyone really started freaking out. And then they started ushering people out on the wing and everything. And the woman again in the story was like separated from her mom and her sister. So she was freaking out. Oh, I just can't imagine
So,
the chaos
I want to
during
ask
all
you
that.
guys:
Wow.
would you rather know that there's something like? Would you rather someone come over the loudspeaker and be like,
Say
"We
it.
have an emergency landing"? Because that's, I mean, your blood
Or
pressure
just
will
land.
or
Yeah.
just land and be like, "Hey, we had."
Well, that was
there
a quick flight.
So there was a flight that my family was on coming back from Hawaii, and all of a sudden, like 3 hours into that flight, they turn around and go back to Hawaii and saying that their excuse was they didn't fill the whole plane up with gas. Like that's what they said. We are running out of gas. We need to go back, and we don't think
Well, that's
that was the real
horrible.
reason. We think there was something else that was much more major going
Yeah.
on, and they lied to us. And I was like, okay, we just need more gas. So I was much more calm and fine.
Would you? I'd be like, oh my God, are we going to make it back
Are
to
we gonna-
Hawaii?
We can glide down. We can
Jeremy's
glide
like-
down.
What's
as
the
long as they're-
MPGs on this thing?
It's a woman who didn't fill it, wasn't it?
Yes,
Like,
it's
that's
my wife.
Jeremy. It's
It was my
Jeremy.
wife flying this plane.
Immediately.
Getting expensive. No.
It's on E, isn't it? It's always on E when I get
She
in.
always thinks I'm gonna fill it.
But that was their excuse, and we were like, "There's got to be something. You don't forget to fill
You
up a plane
don't.
for
I mean,
a 9-hour flight. Come on."
That's check one, right?
I know.
That's
So
check
I don't know. I
one.
think I'd rather
Oh
have
my
them lie to me. I
gosh.
think I'd rather have them lie.
Yeah. Make
It
a good
turns out
point.
Lie to me, pilot. Tell
my
us
wife
what's-
was in the plane before we took off, and
only got half.
looks like we're on E, and the cup holders are filled with
Full of
used
candy.
Kleenexes.
Exactly.
And, we got 4 water bottles in the back seat, so we got to turn this thing around.
My seat was all the way up as well.
We got to get this bird on the ground so we can get rid of all the used tissues.
Fill her up.
And her Stanley's in here as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Stanley.
Truth, man.
Oh
Truth.
my gosh! But thankfully, everyone is safe from that flight again, and they're still
good.
trying to get to the bottom of it. So we'll
Yeah,
probably
isn't
have
that-
even more stories come out
Yeah,
about
just
this.
ignore that melting window there on the right side.
That would be scary.
Window though,
My gosh.
gosh.
So scary.
Oh,
All
my
right, guys,
goodness.
there's some of your local stuff floating around this morning for the trending report. We do have PMI coming up in a few minutes. We've got your positive story, a minus story, and something a little interesting. Let's check in with Aaron and see what's going on with traffic. Patrick's Day from JKJ. Skiddly diddly doo. Broadcasting live from Lone Tree, Colorado, and on YouTube. If you want to go check us out, just search Mix 100 Denver on YouTube, and it should bring it up. It's all brought to you by our partners at Safeway. And don't forget, we got that app. Tap that app, Mix 100 Denver, in your app store. It is free. Get it on your phone, get it on your tablet, and you can listen to the radio station wherever you are. And we really love the app because down in the corner there's a little microphone button, and you can click on it and send us voice messages all throughout the day or during the show with observations and thoughts and fun dad jokes from your kids. So tap that app and send us a voice message. It's Mix 100 Denver in your app store. Don't forget, coming up today at about 8:10-ish, we'll give you that first flight code number for the Code Play for Coldplay Flyaway promotion, where we're going to be sending one lucky listener off to Miami here in a couple weeks to go see Coldplay. Yeah.
Welcome to Miami.
Ooh. So listen for that 3-digit number. Rob will give you another one at 1:10 today, and then Nina will ask you guys for all 6 of those numbers tonight during her show. And you call in, you give them to her, and you qualify, and boom, you might be on your way to Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hey, really quick, we were up here in the studio watching one of the weather girls here on TV. She straight up looks like she's wearing a bathrobe today. Shout out to Kai Kai.
Yes, I like her little wraparound dress.
Yeah,
you know?
It's straight up a bathrobe.
She knows how to rock it. Here's the thing, is as someone who's on TV every day, you have to wear things that you don't wear more than once, at least every couple months, so people don't point
outfit
out.
repeater.
Yeah, like they'll point attention at it. So she's just,
she's just rocking the robe. It's
flexing her closet.
Look at that.
It looks more like
a bathrobe
kimono because it's the short robe.
I dig it.
So
I think she looks fabulous.
This weekend at the rec center, I wandered in and did a little quick workout. It was early in the morning. There was a woman in there. It was me and her. That's it. Straight up white bathrobe, like you would take out of a hotel room. Working out in a white bathrobe.
She really needed to sweat something out.
And I was like, what are you doing?
Apparently. Well, she thought she was the only one in there till you got there. So.
I know. And like, I was peeking a little. I was like, are you naked?
Yeah, is there something
like,
underneath?
Is there a leotard underneath there?
Should
now
just
you're
asked her.
intrigued.
Hey, open up your robe.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Flash me one time.
There's a difference between flash me or are you wearing something?
Hey, random lady, what you got underneath there?
Let's see what you're working with. Huh?
Yeah, see what you're working with. You need me to spot you?
Yeah.
I was like, are you wearing a robe?
Goodness.
So weird.
Get it, lady.
Yeah,
Come
I guess.
on.
Whatever. At least she was in there working out. All right, so about this time every day on the show, we give you a PMI. We find a positive story, a minus story, and something interesting, and we give it to you for your little morning commute. Who got the P today?
Oh, I got to pee
It's a good one.
today.
It's a good one.
And this
Is
is
it?
a good one. It hits home for me especially because it is my old school CSU, the men's basketball team. They are going to March Madness as the 12th seed. I am so excited because CSU is a smaller school when it comes to the basketball leagues and March Madness. Mountain West, yes, they get representation sometimes, but you have to really do well throughout the season in order to get in the actual March Madness bracket. So they are in it this year. They went on a roll after starting 5-5 this season. Niko Medved is the head coach of their basketball team, and he actually got the head coaching role the year that I was graduating. So he started the next season, but he came and talked to us and he was like, I promise we're going to turn this thing around.
He
And he gave us this huge rah-rah speech that I'll never forget back in 2018. And I was so excited because like, we're going to be back on the map. And he did that. He fulfilled his promise. The CSU men's basketball team is 25-9 this year. They were crushing it. They were starting 5-5. They went on this like insane 18-3 run throughout the middle of the season where they just could not be stopped. Nick Clifford led the team throughout the season. He is a stud of a basketball player. My gosh. And they are going to be going up against Memphis, which is the 5 seed this Friday at noon. So Friday at noon, they will be taking on, and I believe that's the first round or second round.
Yeah, first round.
Or first day or second day, sorry. First day of the actual March Madness when it begins. And I, for one, love college basketball
Me
when
too.
March Madness starts. It's
I
like
can't get enough of it.
must watch TV. It is
Oh.
right?
No,
Close
last night
enough.
was exciting. When we found out
that
the
right?
Rammies were going
Yeah.
dancing, like it was such an exciting news
It's
story
one of
to
those
come
things
out.
that like CU did it a couple years ago, and actually CU women's basketball did it, I
Yeah.
believe, last year or 2 years ago, where they were like the number 3 seed.
Yeah.
So there is good basketball, even though they're not, in the ACC or Big 12 or anything like that. They are.
I don't even know what any of
very
that means.
Well, they're the different
Different
conference,
leagues, different conferences, yeah.
And that's the thing too is the Rams haven't won the Mountain West Conference, been champs since 2003.
2003. So they beat
Wow.
Boise
Yeah.
2 nights ago
Yeah.
on Saturday night. And no, that's
Wrong
a
sport,
big deal.
but
Is that
it's
not
okay.
right?
They have
It's
not
okay.
been Mountain West champs in forever. What is that? 22
22
almost
years
22
since
years.
Zoe was born.
Which is
Unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
it's
it's a
really
big
exciting.
deal.
No, that's exciting.
It
It's
is
a big
this
deal
is-
because
this is huge.
Boise
Yeah.
has been kind of the one that runs the Mountain West in football, in basketball, in whatever of their respective sports we're talking about. And for CSU to really come out of the the woodwork here, I'm excited. It's my alma mater. I graduated there. I'm very,
You're all
very
about
excited.
it. It's,
yeah,
it's-
man.
buddy, it's a game of inches. So
It is. That's
is
exactly
exciting
what it is.
stuff.
No, and
Well, this
on
one's more back and forth up and down the court,
It
but
is,
you know,
yeah.
you get it. You get it.
No,
You're
we stayed down there on Saturday because, again, I was there for 26 hours. And we actually ended up watching most of the game there. And we were going crazy. And there was a lot of CSU Rams fans with us down in Denver. And we were cheering, going crazy.
And you got
when-
your green on for
We
the Rammies.
did.
Oh
my
my
gosh.
gosh, it was
It
meant
was
to be.
Perfect. So
Oh, you're living
It's
your best
exciting.
life, buddy.
That's such a good
I'm pumped
positive.
for him. And Medved he's a heck of a guy. He's a really cool dude. He's a
I hear nothing but good things about
Yeah.
Matt.
Well,
Bed.
he has
Yeah.
so much Colorado State history in his. He was a coach earlier on,
Obviously.
and all that stuff. So I'm very excited for him. Good dude,
You remember?
good players. You
Oh,
remember.
Medved goes back
Yeah.
years in this
Yeah.
state.
Everybody said go to Medved. Come on,
Everybody
man, right?
said. That's right.
So I'm excited. Go Rammies! You have a
did.
lot of
Yay.
people cheering for
Yes,
you, including
go
myself.
CSU.
Let's make a run. What do you say, eh?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Go
Beat
for
Memphis.
it. Get
Yeah,
them points and
Memphis.
stats.
Let's
Your points and
go.
stats.
All right. So I might.
Now for something completely
I
different.
know.
know,
I am.
I
I
know.
just want to apologize beforehand for this
Ugh.
minus because I can't. There is a video rolling around right
It's
now.
everywhere.
A woman in New York spotted a guy sitting on a sidewalk in the Bronx, and soon discovered that he was eating a rat.
Straight up chowing down on a rat.
And it doesn't look like it is cooked or anything. Just
Nope.
a raw New York City rat. Again, and if you go look at this video and you're like, maybe it's something else. Like it's pretty obvious
tell.
that there's a tail. You see the ears.
You see it all.
And the whole time it looks like he's just pulling the fur off and getting it ready. And so Josh and I are watching the video and they're like, but has he eaten it yet? He's like, oh, there he takes a bite. Oh, he took a
so
bite.
bad. This video is
It
everywhere.
is disgusting. And yeah, your odds of getting sick to that video are about 1,000%,
It's-
right?
It's sad too.
It's
I mean,
revolting.
Woo, it's so
just sad.
Yeah, well, it's because it just really shows you a very dire state of somebody. Like somebody's clearly in a position where this is what they had to do.
I think
but
he was a
they're,
little cracked out.
I mean,
He's
the video
on
is
drugs.
just
Yeah.
so much.
And it's one of
like-
those things like rats are like, I mean, they're bottom feeders. Like they are,
Yeah.
they eat trash. I
You're
mean,
gonna
that
get
is
a
what they eat.
disease.
And they,
yeah, you'll get something.
Yeah.
they rats
he
have
bites
such
into
strong,
it
they
and-
can't even throw up. Like rats are unable to throw up. Their body processes literally everything.
Yeah.
And for a human being
To
to,
You know what? How do we know? Might be delicious. Might be delicious.
And he doesn't even like. If I had
There's
to
no
eat a rat,
cooking.
like I'm thinking I would like take a little piece off and then like
Try to cook it,
like,
get
eat
a
it
lighter and
little.
try to.
But it's like a chicken leg. He's like bites right
just
into
in.
it. Arr.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Again, I am sorry for that minus, but it's out there today.
It truly
It's
is like
out there.
everywhere on social this morning.
it's shocking. And it's a
It's
shock.
shocking.
That's what it is. It's a shock video.
Do I have audio of that?
There is
I think
audio
it's just
too.
someone going,
Yeah, here you go.
Oh.
Everybody in the background.
hand
Oh no!
hand up.
Oh no!
I mean, that
he's
might-
doing it.
that might kill you. Like that really might.
Ugh.
The diseases
All right.
those things
Okay.
carry.
All right. Oh.
Yeah,
I
that's
normally don't like
nasty.
I normally don't like the expression "I can't," because
can't.
that's so dramatic. That
You
is
can't.
I
the
can't.
perfect time to use "I can't."
All right. Let's move
Ugh.
on to the interesting before everyone
Okay.
loses their breakfast.
Mm.
Speaking of eating, guys ever heard of 71-year-old Don Gorski? Don Gorski
Don
of Wisconsin?
Oh.
No,
What's he famous for?
He hit another milestone. You might know him by his nickname, the Big Mac guy.
Oh, I dated him once.
Don Gorski had his first Big Mac he had his first hamburger in 1972. He loved it so much he ate 2 more. He went back the same day and ate 6 more and hasn't stopped since.
Oh my gosh.
Don Gorski has averaged 2 Big Macs a day for 53 years. And guess what? On Saturday, he hit his 35,000th Big Mac.
Wow.
That's a lot of hamburgers.
That is.
2 times a day?
2 times a day. He
30
says he has crazy OCD when it comes to this. Obsessed with making sure he gets it done. He claims that those Big Macs make up 90% of his diet, so he walks 6 miles a day to make up for it.
Oh, well, good. At least he's doing something to counteract it, right?
Does he have
Yeah.
any like imaging
He's
done?
thin. He looks fine. He earned the Guinness World Record in '99 after eating his 15,000th Big Mac.
Jeez.
He takes it very seriously. Now you're like, how does he know? He claims he has every receipt and
Oh, he's
every
got
Big Mac
receipts.
container, which I could see digging that out of a trash.
Oh, he's kept every
But
container.
I guess he's got every receipt and every container to prove that this went on. And now at this point, he's probably got video evidence of him going back every day and getting 2 Big Macs. But anyway, congratulations to Don Gorski of Wisconsin. 35,000 Big Macs.
I got questions. Does he go back every single time, or does he go at lunch and order 2 and just
you have
one
to
for
have
dinner?
that fresh. You can't have that sitting around
You
and
want it
waiting
fresh.
to eat it. You've got
So he goes
Yeah.
back at least
Those-
twice a day.
2 all beef
The-
patties have to be fresh.
The videos
Yeah.
I've seen of this dude, yes, he's getting them fresh. He just wanders
Wow.
in and get you some of that.
You know
I
what?
get
Everybody
it.
has their thing.
I get
Everyone's
it.
got their thing, right?
Big Macs are delicious. My mom tells a story about how in my little hometown in North Dakota, when we got our McDonald's back in the 80s, she used to walk to McDonald's every day to get their Big Mac, and she gained 30 pounds
I
that
don't think
first
I've-
year
I
that
don't think I've-
McDonald's
She's
was
like
there.
Don Gorski.
She did. She was like, she loved it so much.
I don't
so
think I've ever had a Big Mac.
You're crazy,
I've never had a
Josh.
Whopper, and I've never
We
had a
need
Big
to
Mac.
go get
So healthy
one
eating runs in your
now.
family, huh?
Oh my God.
I don't eat Big Mac. I've never had one.
We need to go get one.
What's
After
can
the
I
show-
get
I get the
They're
number
just
7, which are the 2 little burgers.
Yeah, the 2 cheeseburgers.
Oh, that's
so
cute.
But
you
that's
get
not a Big
way
Mac,
more.
is
With
it?
the Big Mac, you get 2
That's
all
just a
beef
step up
patties,
from the
pickle
Happy Meal.
sauce, lettuce, cheese,
Did
pickles,
you say
onions,
12 beef patties?
2 all beef
2 all
patties,
beef.
lettuce sauce. Or wait, how is it go now?
I don't
2
know.
all
I eat
beef
a lot of
patties,
vegetables.
Lettuce, sauce, pickles, cheese. Onion. Oh,
Is that the
oh,
Krabby
I forgot
Patty
the
secret
I
formula?
forgot the jingle. How did this happen?
You're gonna be fine, Katie.
This is a
You'll be
weird
okay.
day for me.
No, it'll be fine.
I should know
Things
this.
are
I
gonna
don't
be
want
okay.
2
2 all
patties.
beef
I want
patties,
1.
special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles,
But
onions
hold
on a
up.
sesame seed bun. Oh, it came back. Thank God.
Jeez.
Thank
You are
God.
getting 2 patties though, but just in 2 different
You get
burgers.
Two
Yeah.
different. I don't want that. I don't want to shove
too
that
much
down my
patty in
gullet.
one?
It's too much.
Too much patty in one burger.
I don't like that. I
But
don't
you're
like
fine with breaking them apart.
Yes.
It's that special sauce that gets you, though.
I just ketchup in my
Yummy.
Tartar sauce.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That's it, you guys.
There's
That's
more.
mayonnaise.
PMI this morning. We're going to let Katie go take a walk, take a breather.
I can't believe
Good
I almost
God.
forgot the jingle.
Good
oh,
God.
Gosh.
Jeez.
Hey, we've got Fast Five coming up here in a few minutes. We've got some concert tickets to give away today from that dude from Stranger Things. So we'll be doing that. And then don't forget, if you call in and play today, you have to start the conversation by going skiddly diddly dee.
Skiddly diddly dee.
It's coming up at 7:25 with Jeremy, Katie, and Josh. Let's do traffic. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's get some folks lined up, ready to play Fast Five with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh here at Denver's Mix 100. And I will say, it's spring break, so it might be easier for you guys to get in and play today. So if you're a newbie and you've never experienced Fast Five, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649 will get you here in the studios for a little FF action with JKJ. And here's how it works. We'll get you on the air. We'll find out what you did this weekend, get to know you a little bit, and then I will toss you a topic and start a 10-second timer. And within those 10 seconds, you got to give me 5 things that have to do with that topic. So if you'd like to play, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. And if nobody calls in today, we'll just play some music. Why not?
Okay. Little dance party.
What were some of the ones that we did on Friday?
Oh, it was a good Friday because you asked for 5 clue characters. You wanted to know 5 video game characters that were animals.
The funny thing about the clue one was there was like a 7-year-old in the car or something with the mom.
All of them.
Who knew all of them? And the mom was like, it's like, what?
Why you keep screaming mustard at me? Yeah, and then you also asked for 5 different words or phrases that have the word snow in it. That was a big winner from Kelly. But yeah, you never know what you're going to ask, Jared.
That was the winner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll try to call in and play 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. I'll get you in the studios to play Fast Five. We have a prize, too. What are we playing for?
We have a prize to see Joe, who is Steve from Stranger Things, apparently also a musician. He's going to be at Mission Ballroom on April 23rd, so we'll get you in the building when you win Fast Five today.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. All right, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. Like I said, it's spring break, so calls might be light today, so you might want to try to call in and play. It's Fast Five. We'll hop on and talk to Kristen. Hey, Kristen, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you?
Well, we're super dupes. What'd you do over the weekend?
I turned 60 and went to Meow Wolf with my kids and grandkids.
Oh, good for you. That's great.
Meow
Did you
Wolf.
enjoy it?
I did. It was my first time. It was actually really fun.
That place is kind of trippy, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah, I haven't been. I've just seen pictures, but everybody who goes comes out saying, yeah, it's like it's such a trippy place
It's
to be
neat.
in.
Yeah. I've been to that one, and I've been to the one in New Mexico,
Oh, you have?
which was kind of fun, too. Yeah. I like the one in Denver. With
The one in New Mexico is a little bit trippier. So
It is. It's
yeah.
like you're inside a house, if I recall, and you're like going in and out of the refrigerators and the
weird.
dryers, and it's really neat. So, well, that's great. Well, happy birthday. Did you get anything good?
I don't want things anymore. I just want memories.
Oh,
Good
you
for
got
you.
one. Yay.
Yeah, you did. You got
Woohoo.
memories all day long.
You did. Kristen, before we get into Fast Five, you have to do.
Oh,
what we-
that's right.
That's right. I just
It's
wanted
St.
to remind
Patrick's Day. I
Jeremy.
forgot.
Wanted to remind Jeremy.
Everybody that calls in today has to go skiddly diddly doo. So go ahead and give it to me, Kristen. Skiddly diddly doo.
Skiddly diddly doo.
There. Thank you very much.
You made our day too. That does make us happy.
That makes me happy,
Thank
Kristen.
you.
Thank you for that.
I
All right.
work in an elementary school, so I am very greened out today.
Yeah, I
So-
bet.
You're
I
ready.
bet.
No one's pinching you, Kristen.
The only green that Katy has on today is her teeth. So
Stop it.
All right, let's play Fast Five. Kristen, I'm going to give you a topic, start a timer, and give me 5 things in 10 seconds that have to do with this here topic. This is from a listener. In 10 seconds, please give me 5 movies starring Tina Fey. Go!
I don't know Tina Fey.
Oh.
Shoot.
Darn it.
I don't know any.
Oh.
That's all right. We'll hold on to it. There's quite a
well.
few.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Well,
Yeah,
you have
probably.
a great week. Thank you for calling in, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
Thanks.
Bye, Kristen.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. I see a lot of pranksters today calling in, hanging up, calling in, hanging up.
Uh-oh.
Stop it. Josh is trying to work hard to get through these lines. So 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649 if you'd like to play Fast Five. It is Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
Hi.
Hi. How was your weekend?
Well, it was good, but I was off work all week for spring break, so kind of
Oh.
like counting down to today.
Oh, so you're going back today?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aurora
Wah, wah.
Public Schools. We were
Okay.
off last week.
Yeah, you get like twiddling your thumbs after a while, don't you? Like, what do I do with
Yeah.
my time?
Did you not go anywhere or do anything?
Well, I have a 1-year-old, so I did like Botanical Gardens, the zoo. We did a staycation, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Well, that 1-year-old probably keeps you busy enough, huh, Crystal?
Oh, God, I can't even.
Oh, my
She does,
gosh.
very
can't
much
even.
so.
Yes.
I can't even. No, thank you. All right, let's see what I've got for you. Okay. Are you familiar with the TV show Shark Tank?
No, I've never watched it.
Really? Do I still want to give her this one?
I don't know. That's up to you, Jer. How you feeling today?
No, I can't. What do I do?
I know he's so torn right
I
Give
now.
me a
know.
different one.
I feel
That's
bad.
my vote.
I know.
I feel really bad. All right, I'll give you a different one.
Okay.
I feel bad.
There you go.
Thank
All right.
you.
Let's do TV shows. In 10 seconds, please give me 5 hospital-themed TV shows. Go.
Oh, Grey's Anatomy, ER, The Pit. No, come on. There's more. Private Practice. General Hospital.
Well, that's 4.
That's only 4.
You got 4. I don't even know what the Pit is. But
I know. I've never heard of the Pit. All the other ones.
If
I was
that's
all
right,
about.
then you got-
The Pit. No, The Pit is a new one on HBO Max right now.
Oh,
Grey's
okay.
Anatomy, The
Yep.
Pit, General Hospital, ER, Private Practice. That's 5.
No, you got 4 before buzzer hit. Right, Josh?
Oh, my last one didn't count.
Yeah,
Okay.
the buzzer hit on that last
Yeah,
one.
I didn't hear but you're right. The Pit is actually
Is
a
it?
show. Yeah, medical drama.
Okay. Well, now we
Yeah,
know.
it's
it's
got
a new
Noah
one,
Wiley in it.
Well, you got 4, girlfriend. That was
Yeah.
close. But
was
thank
really
you for
close.
trying today. Darn it.
I
Yes.
appreciate it. Thank
All
you.
right. Have a
Bye,
good day.
Crystal.
If you'd like to play Fast 5 on a fun St. Patrick's Day show, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. It's Rob. What's up, Rob?
Hey, what's up?
Morning.
Hey, you are, buddy. What'd you do this weekend?
Nothing. Hung out with my 2-year-old. We just kind of hung out at home, did some chores.
Yeah? Did you make that
Yeah,
2-year-old
that's it.
vacuum and dust? And
He actually loves to vacuum, so yes, I was
No
making him
way!
vacuum up he was vacuuming up all the cereal he threw all over the floor.
Oh, no.
Good for you. Put him to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you,
Yeah,
buddy.
we got a big weekend coming up. We got a lot of birthdays coming up. Yeah, it's St. Patty's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy. You having
St.
corned beef and
Patty's Day to
cabbage
you.
tonight?
Yep, it's already in the slow cooker for when I get home.
Yummy.
I'm doing the same thing. Can't wait. So good. All right, my friend. Well, speaking of St. Patrick's Day, in 10 seconds, please give me 5 foods that are green. Go.
Lettuce, kale, cucumbers.
You didn't get it, buddy.
Oh,
It's so hard on the spot. It's so hard on the spot.
It's
I know,
hard.
right?
It's so much harder on the spot. You're right, Rob.
Darn it. You'll be thinking about 15 more later, Rob.
Yeah, for real. Right after I get off the call. But happy St. Patrick's Day, guys.
You too, buddy.
I appreciate the time.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Rob.
much. All right, that opened up a line 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. I'll get you in the studios to play Fast 5. It's Jessica.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah, how was your weekend?
We had a great time. It was my son's almost birthday, so we hung out together and enjoyed the sunny weather.
You get an almost birthday now versus just a birthday?
Well, his birthday's on Friday, so we had a fun Saturday together.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
a little party celebration before. That's fun.
How old's he turning?
10.
Wow, the
Oh.
Big 10. My daughter's turning 10 this year too. What's the theme of the party?
we're just going to go to Dave & Buster's and spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
You can guarantee that.
They got
but
beer there, don't they?
Lots of fun.
Sure do.
Sure
Moms
do.
are going too.
Hey, right on, right on. All right, Jess. I think I'm going to make you our last one today because I see a lot of pranksters today on the lines, and Josh is trying to work through that. So, in 10 seconds, I am going to give you the same one I gave the last guy. In 10 seconds, please give me 5 foods that are green. Go.
Grapes, kale, lettuce, broccoli, cucumbers.
Yeah, you did
You
it!
did it!
Oh my gosh.
We won.
The nervousness at the end there when you're like, cucumbers.
Green beans, green peppers. It's in their name.
So good, Jessica. Yay.
We won.
Yeah, you won.
You did it.
Are you with your son?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
sitting next to me.
What's his name?
Jackson.
Jackson. Happy birthday, Jackson.
Yay.
Woo-woo.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're
buddy.
welcome.
All right, sweet Jessica. I am going to throw you over to our boy Josh here, who's dealing with the phones, and he's going to tell you how to get your prize, okay?
Thank you so much. Have a great day, you guys.
You
Thanks.
too, Jess. Hold
Bye,
on.
Jessica.
Well, that was sweet.
Yeah.
That was
Oh.
pretty good for St. Patty's Day.
I love that it was her son's birthday too.
I know.
Like that's
Good for
pretty
him.
sweet.
That's it, you guys. We'll play again tomorrow morning, 7:25. We call it Fast Five with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh, Denver's Mix 100. Rendezvous, then I'm here with you. Yeah. Jeremy, Katy, Josh with Denver's best music, Mix 100, taking it back to 1998 there with Eve 6, who I believe their lead singer was a redhead, so happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. How about that?
How about that
connection.
leprechaun?
How about that? Huh? All right, so coming up at 8 o'clock, we're going to be talking about when parents have to essentially cater to their children when it comes to dinner. And,
Yeah.
ugh, we're so annoyed by it.
I don't miss those days.
Ugh, and I'm
I
in the thick
don't.
of it,
Yeah.
really. Picky eaters in the house. And should you be catering to your children when it comes to meal times? We'll dive into that. And then before we do, I do want to talk a little bit, too, about the parade from the weekend that we were in, the St. Patrick's Day parade.
It was fun.
I got an observation.
Of course you do.
I
You
got
saw
observation.
stuff.
I saw some stuff I had
know
never
this
seen.
one.
I never thought this would be humanly possible. But, we'll dive into that and more. Oh, it was something. Coming up with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh right now, traffic. Bum, 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 bum. All live, all local from Denver's Mix 100 Studios, broadcasting, live, Lone Tree, Colorado. Thanks for hanging out with us. You can catch us on YouTube. If you'd like to watch the show, we have many people send us pictures of them throwing the YouTube stream up on their 85-incher there in the family room and just watching the show all morning. You can find us by searching Mix 100 Denver on YouTube or going to mix100.com, station's website, and click at the link there. That's all brought to you by our good friends over at Safeway. Thank you very much. And then on top of that, if you want to take the show and the station wherever you go, download the Mix 100 Denver app and get it on your phone and tablet. And if you're hanging there at Goat Yoga or sitting in a sauna, being all weird, you can listen to the show.
Let us be weird with you.
Yeah, let's get weird together there in your towel. It's free. It's always free. Mix 100 Denver. And as always, there's that little microphone button down in the corner of the app where you can click on it and send us voice messages that go right to our emails during the show. So if you want to sound off about anything, Mix 100 Denver in your app store and get it on your phone. We'll be talking about your kids here, picky eaters, in just a few minutes. We've got to catch you up on a couple things from the weekend. First of all, a gigantic thank you to everybody that showed up for the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Yes.
It was a good time.
Denver's best bead signs.
Yeah.
We loved it.
So many signs, so many kids out there screaming our names, which was super cute,
It was
right?
neat. It was so neat.
It was really cute. And luckily I made it through it because Jerry Bear had a little too much to drink on Friday night.
You were so hungover. Like,
it sounds horrible because I'm not that guy.
No.
You know, I'm very responsible.
yeah.
But we went out to a brewery on Friday night, and I know the owners of the brewery, so he was feeding me extra stuff.
Oh, that'll get you.
That'll get you.
Yeah.
I was being polite.
I didn't know you were.
I was being polite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of
were
course
being
I'll
very
try this
polite.
one that comes out tomorrow. Delicious. Yes, I'll try that one
So
that comes
were
out
you
next
being-
week.
Thirds?
You were
Yes,
being
of course.
polite with the whiskey shots, too? That was just you being
Well, the
polite?
problem is we went to my neighbor's house
Okay.
afterwards across the street because they shot us a message like, hey, when you're done, come over. So we did, and he's a whiskey guy. So it just, you're there for fun conversation, and one thing leads to another, and you don't remember walking
Yeah.
home.
Well, and you're mixing drinks too, buddy. Oh, that's.
I know.
That'll
So
do it.
That's not
I was a
what you
little
want.
sluggish on Saturday morning for the St. Patrick's Day.
But you
parade.
powered through. It was
But I
very
powered through.
impressive. We were all
Yeah.
very impressed with you. That
Thank you. That's
still,
nice of you.
You sucked it up. You did what you had to
I
do.
still was on time and ready to perform.
And you still
were.
looked,
like a little monkey.
you still look like you were having fun too. Like, the parade itself, outside of you sitting in the vehicle hating life, the parade itself, you did a great
really
job.
good.
Yeah. It was fun.
We had to get to the radio station at about 7:30 to load up the station vehicle and head out. And Katie met us here, and Katie and I pulled up at the exact same time.
Uh-huh.
And she gets out of her car, Josh, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm just so excited!"
It's parade day!
And I'm like, "Oh god, no,
Please stop. Please
no!
stop.
I'm changing my mind. I'm driving myself
Yeah.
down."
Can you stand it? I'm so excited. That was me the whole
Goodness.
time.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh well.
But
I
but
took
what
a different car for a reason.
I know. Good on you, man. My God. But no, an incredible turnout. Big Rob was fantastic on the mic. So
Yeah.
was Nina. The station vehicle looked great.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's the thing with the parade. One of the big things is handing out the green beads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the green beads.
Yeah.
So we ordered up a bunch of green beads here at the radio station and had them in the back of the old Suburban here. And before the parade started, multiple times, Big Rob had a conversation with all of us. Who is the program director of this radio station? He's like the boss of this station.
Yep.
Multiple conversations about, hey,
Yeah.
this parade is long. I mean, we're going to be going for a minute. There's a lot of people. Don't hand out all the beads at once.
Yeah.
Don't hand
Save
them
'em.
out at once. Just be, here and there. Save them for people that actually made the signs, the Denver's Best Bead signs. Just He's like, let's make them last till the end of the parade.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, did you witness what I witnessed?
I'm thinking I witnessed what you witnessed.
Me, Josh, Nina, Big Rob, very diligent with the beads.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Small children.
One per person.
One
How
per
about that?
one per person.
One bead per
That was
one-
reiterated how many times by Big Rob?
Hundreds.
One per person.
One per person.
So we all did it. And then there's Katie. Oh my God! Beads!
dude.
Throwing handfuls of
Oh my
beads at
gosh.
people.
I loved it
Running
so
up to
much.
elderly women
Did
and
you
giving
see-
them 20 beads at once.
And did you see how excited they got when they saw me? They're
Yeah,
like,
the first
"You're gonna
No,
one
they
fifth
were-
of the parade.
they were
No.
terrified.
No, they loved it. What are you talking about?
They're
I made
like,
so
who is
many
this
friends.
angry woman coming at me?
No, it was the best.
It was the
like-
literal Oprah meme. You get a bead. You get a bead. You get a. I mean, everybody.
We have never seen
Listen.
anything like this. The
Just
running
'cause-
back to the Suburban, grabbing handfuls, running out to the crowd and just handing people hundreds of beads, running back to the car, getting more.
I tried to grab the ones on your neck, Jeremy. I was like, "You have beads. Give me your beads."
I threw
He
like,
was like
20 of
Katie?
them around my neck, like just to save them for people because I saw how fast they were
Yeah,
going.
I know.
I was saving them for people with the signs that we told them to make.
I know.
And she was grabbing for them, Josh.
It was-
Okay.
It looked like Frogger because you were just going back and forth across the street, back
Yeah.
and forth, one side, left side, right side, left side, right side, and like. I'm pretty sure I think you got hit by a car.
I did not.
And kept
I
going.
did not
I'm
get hit
pretty
by
We
a
had
car.
the golf
Is-
carts behind
no.
us with
Yes.
the parade crew.
Yeah.
Yes.
They kept having to slam their brakes because Katie would run in front of
They
them.
did not.
And then they'd run around. And then she'd
They're
back
over
into them.
exaggerating now. I
She
almost
almost
didn't get-
climbed on the
That's
pickup
not-
truck in front of
I
our
did do
station
that, though.
vehicle.
that is.
I did do that.
She looked at me and goes, "You can ride on the back of this." And I go, "Katie, that's not our car." And she goes, "Oh, okay." I was like,
Oh, yeah, you're
it's
right.
not a free for all
It's
for
not.
everybody.
Listen, okay, yeah, this is not my first parade. You guys have never been in a parade before, right? So clearly, you don't know what you're doing.
To act like a complete and total idiot?
Oh, that's not nice.
That's
That's
not
not
nice.
nice at
I'm just
all,
joking.
Actually,
Not a complete
I
and
thought
total,
I
just-
had
just a
lot,
total.
I thought I had a lot of energy.
No.
I thought I was making people
I-
happy. I
Oh
thought,
my God,
honestly,
Katie.
here's my thing. Is I feel like you all don't have enough energy. I think when it came to the actual parade, you had Big Rob on the mic, who did a really good job.
He crushed
I
it.
thought that you had me running around, making sure people had beads, running back and forth, getting I was dancing with kids. I mean, you guys were like blocks ahead of me at one point. I sprinted down that parade. There was no walking for me. And you guys, your level of energy was like, "Hi, it's nice to see
Hi,
you."
we were waving. We were being
Hi.
I
polite
was
and
shaking
courteous.
hands and
to
kissing
see
babies.
We
What are you
took
talking
a ton
I
of
about?
could have
selfies
used
with
a little
people.
more energy from you guys, actually.
You-
And now that we're talking
No,
about it,
no.
I could have used a little more energy from you two with your little princess wave.
With
No.
us following rules from the
There's
station
no rules
boss.
from parade time, okay? Like you make up your own
There
rules.
was a few times where
We made it to the end.
I slowed up and was standing next to Big Rob, and I was like, "Oh my God, dude!" I was like, "We're out of beads. We haven't even made it halfway." And he's like, "I know."
We were at the turn.
We were at
You're
the first turn,
fine.
and we were out of beads. Essentially,
And by the way, we bought
were not
thousands.
out
Like
of
these
beads.
weren't. We didn't buy
Katie.
50 beads.
1,000
there was a
beads
conversation
is
that
what
you
we
were not
had.
privy to, and Big Rob was like, "Oh my God, she didn't follow any instructions."
I didn't hear him. Okay, I had my own rules for the parade. I did. I had
I-
my own
I
rules
got
for the parade
home-
because I had a feeling that you guys weren't going to bring the
I'm
excitement.
sure you made
I
the
had
first
a feeling
7
that hung
people's
over
day.
Jeremy and Josh and the other people who were there. You weren't going to bring it, so
I
I had to
wasn't
bring it.
hungover.
Josh
I
just
brought
nailed
energy.
it. He made you made the first 7 people in the parade. You made their day.
Very happy.
because they
Yeah.
got 4,000 beads.
Yeah. Okay.
We got hundreds.
I'm
You were
pretty
doing
sure-
handfuls, Katie. It was
No.
handfuls of beads.
First of all, I
You
had the
overbeat it, and
beads
it's
on
okay.
my arm,
You
and they
overbeat
were
it.
hard to get just one off. So maybe 2 or 3 is what I gave.
gosh.
But I thought that I was doing a really good job making sure everybody felt appreciated. And again, next year maybe you could bring a little bit more excitement, so I don't have
Very
to
well
be
could
running
be.
around like
I
that.
think next year we'll have
You
somebody
know?
in the car
I
maintaining
think
the
everybody,
beads and the
people
flow of the beads.
showing up after the float's already decorated. Like, no,
Josh.
next time that's
Hold
not
on.
okay. You get there on time and you make sure that you are a part of this energy. Yeah, maybe
I
it's
got-
you guys actually.
I got home and I told Nicole, I was like, I have never seen anything like this. I was like, it was insane. It's like when somebody wins a shopping spree through like a radio contest or something, and they've got 45 seconds to run into a toy store or a Target and grab whatever they can. That's the only way I can describe how it went down with you.
It was funny. It
It
was
was
funny.
full on panic mode as to how fast you could
You
get
brought
the
the
beads
energy.
out.
I mean, I will like
It was
Thank you.
energy.
credit
it
when
was,
credit is due.
It was energy.
Energetic.
Yeah, maybe a little more from you guys.
You were
next
like the
time.
Energizer
whole crew,
Bunny.
Outside of Big Rob and Jordan, who, as our promotions person, had more energy than anybody. I feel like besides us three,
I
you
feel
guys,
like
the other people there, you could bring more next
I
year.
feel like I brought the energy. What are you talking about?
No, I don't think
No?
so.
Anyway.
I think
don't
she's just
think
pissed,
so.
Jeremy. She's just
Actually,
upset.
I don't think so.
I think we did just fine.
I can see now when you say that you have like foods that you can't stop eating, like you can't
Yeah.
even have them in your house because you have no self-control.
Yeah.
And I'm not being mean. This is just who you
Oh,
are.
are you not being
I'm
mean
not
to
being
me?
mean at all. But now I can
Okay.
see when you talk about how you have certain foods and stuff where you completely lose control and you will just eat the entire can of spray cheese or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I saw it in action on Saturday.
No, I just get excited. I get really excited.
The
and
best
I
part
want
of it-
everybody to feel that excitement.
we felt something.
and y'all didn't even run. I
We
don't
felt-
think I saw
I
any of
sprinted
you
up.
run.
What do you-
Any of
Katie's
you run.
blind. You do need glasses because I was behind the van as well, and I sprinted up as well to
No,
catch up to
if
people.
we're calling people out for parade measures here,
The
no.
best part was when we got back and we were disassembling and Katie was in the car trying to justify it because we were all giving you crap like, good God.
Oh, I know.
And you're like, those people are going to remember this moment for the
They
rest of their life. They will remember
will.
when I gave them beads. I mean, we're like, Katie, everybody's handing out beads. They're not going to remember.
They will remember
They're
that.
not gonna
Actually,
remember.
they will.
They'll remember
Okay.
this moment for the rest of their life.
I like to make people happy.
You brought it,
So,
girl. You brought it.
That's what I was doing.
You have a lot of energy.
I was making
so,
people happy.
Again, never seen anything like it.
You crushed it. You
You
crushed,
crushed it.
You did.
Congratulations.
It was fun.
I don't know if you'll be invited
Whatever.
back next year.
Whatever.
She just hit you with the whatever.
All right, we're going to move on. We'll come back here in a few minutes and talk about your kiddos and how picky they are when it comes to eating. Right now, though, it is 8:10, and we've been talking about this code play for Coldplay, and let's kick it off right now. All right, here's how it works. You don't need to call in or nothing. Just write this number down. Here's your first flight number that you need to remember for the day. The number is 947. The flight number is 947. It'll happen again later on this afternoon at about 1:10 with Big Rob. He will give you another flight number. Later on this evening, Nina will ask you for the flight number from JKJ and Big Rob. If you call in and give her the right numbers, you will be qualified to go see Coldplay in Miami. Boom! It's that easy. Remember this number, 947. You'll get your second number today with Big Rob at 1:10 here at Denver's Mix 100. That's kind of fun, huh?
Yeah.
How come the bed won't
Oh.
stop?
I was like,
It
are we
won't
waiting
stop.
for
It
that to
literally
stop?
won't stop. There it goes. Good God.
That's what you get for being mean to Katie.
I know, right?
Yeah, don't do that again, okay? Jeez.
Ugh. All right, guys, we'll come back and talk about your kiddos. Right now, let's see what's going on with traffic. It's Jeremy, Katy, and Josh with Denver's best music at Mix 100. Phone lines are wide open if you ever want to sound off about what's going on the show there. 303-691-1Mix, 303-691-1649. Katy, we good?
Yeah, we're good.
You guys hugged it out
you guys
over the
just
commercial
kind of came
break.
at me sideways
Came in
a
hot,
little bit
didn't
about
we?
my
Yeah.
energy
Well,
at
you
the
guys.
parade. No,
Everyone's like, you guys are so
Hold on.
mean. Listen,
Hold
we're
on.
just
Yeah.
like a family here. Sometimes we get in arguments. It doesn't mean we hate each other or think
No.
less of each other.
No, of course
We're going to have
not.
arguments and we're going to get into it.
But
That's what
you
it's
know,
all about.
I was very proud of my parade etiquette. I thought that I made sure I brought the energy.
You did.
I was running up and
You
down
did.
that parade route like crazy. And, and I showed up early to help. And
did.
so I just
Well,
felt
so
like,
did I.
Yeah, I know you did. But there were people who didn't. So when you guys were sitting here calling out our parade I was like, wait a minute. I thought I got an A++ on that
You
parade.
did. You did great. Everything's awesome.
I mean, I know I gave away all the beats.
You know I love
but
you.
Still, like, I love
Can
to
you
do
admit,
that.
though, can you admit that you were going crazy with the beats?
I was, but
just
I
so
do that-
everybody can just
People need like
No,
I
I'm not
love
off my rocker.
giving stuff away. Like that's my favorite thing to do with this job is to give people stuff because
Yes.
I just think it makes their whole day. It turns everything around. And so when I was able to do that over and over and over and over again, yeah,
Loved
like,
it. She got
I
her
felt
high.
a little
It's a high
work-
for
It
you.
is a high
It is
for
a
me.
high
It's a
for
good
you.
way to put it. And so when y'all were knocking my high, I was like, well, wait one second.
Guess I was the only one bold enough to talk about it on the air,
off, like,
Jeez.
let's go.
too. It's
Yeah,
all
I'm
good.
better now. I'm better now. I'm okay.
All right,
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
See if Josh wants to put anybody on there, maybe not. Yeah, Rachel
Not
says
so
we're being mean to you, but
much.
again, we're like a family here.
We are
Sometimes
like
we're
a
gonna
family.
poke each other. We're gonna poke the bear a little bit,
Exactly.
and get in each other's kitchen. Is she okay? Is she gonna yell at me? She mean?
Is someone gonna yell at Jeremy? Be nice to Katy.
Well, it's like we already.
Oh yeah.
Rachel,
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Rachel.
are you gonna yell at me?
Well, no, I'm not going to yell.
Good, because I already did.
Katy is an asset to the show.
Very much so.
Bounces you guys out. You want to keep it, keep it copacetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and we've said 1,000 times how much we love Katy on the show, and I
Oh, we
really,
love you
really
guys.
pushed to get Katy on the show. So
He did. He did.
I got Katie's back, but I'm gonna point out when she was being insane. But we are like a family
Dang,
here,
I would-
Rachel. We're like a family. We're gonna poke each other.
We feel that.
Yeah.
The family part.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
we're-
be
It
nice.
is.
Okay.
Be nice.
All right,
Be
Rachel.
nice.
I'm sorry.
Be nice to
I'm
your
sorry.
little sister.
I was mean to me at my little sister today. Okay, Rachel, I love you. Have a good day.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks,
All right,
You
bye.
down to talk about food?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about food?
Oh, you want to talk
I know
about
that's what
food?
we're talking about.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
you were just coming in to yell at me.
Oh,
No,
about
no,
the
she wanted to
kids'
talk about the food, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Can I put you back on hold for a second? Because I want Katy to read this email that came in first so we can kind of set it up.
Sure.
All right, hold on.
sure.
Don't be mad at me. Hold on. All right, sis, what do you got?
Oh my gosh. Well, we got this email from Krista, and I thought that this totally hit home for me when Zoe was younger. So I just wanted to put it out there. But it says, hey, JKJ, love the show. You make me laugh so much, and I need it because I have a problem. So I'm a mom of 3. They are 9, 6, and under a year. And when I cook, the kids may or may not like it, but they can go and eat some fruit or something because I am done. When my husband cooks, if anyone doesn't like it, he'll make a whole other meal for them, and that's fine for him but it becomes an issue for me when I refuse to make them something else and they say, but Dad does it. So then my husband will come in and cook for the complaining person every time this happens. So finally I ask him if he could stop it because I don't want them thinking they can ask him if I say no, and his response was, it's just food, and totally brushed me off. So now they've been in an argument for a week because neither one of them will budge. And she says, help. Should I just let him be the savior and cook multiple meals every day?
No.
And let him cook multiple meals every day, but put my foot down? She says she thinks it sends a confusing message to the kiddos when they're not on the same page. So she's just like, what do I do? I've asked him to stop making the meals. He made me feel bad because he's like, it's just food. And I'm going to go out of my way to make my kids happy, even if this is me doing extra work. She's like, you can't do that.
You can't do that because then essentially your kids are in control of the kitchen every night.
Exactly.
If they don't like what mom's making, they can just push it to the side.
Yeah.
And they'll get their chicky nuggies from dad later.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this? Do you guys have picky kids? Do you experience this in your house? 303-691-1Mix. 303-691-1649. We'll jump back to Rachel. All right, Rachel, what do you want to say about the picky eaters?
Well, I agree with you guys. She can't let this go for sure. Like, this is something my husband and I talked about from the beginning. Like, if we're making dinner, this is what's for dinner. And there's always, like, plenty of, like, a simple veggie side. So if, like, you don't like the main course, then you can just eat broccoli.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought this was going to be good. My kids are going to eat anything. And now my kids are good. They eat anything. But there is a downside. They are so expensive to feed.
Mm-hmm.
You, like, go out to a restaurant. They don't want the chicken nuggets. They want the, like, grown-up entree with, like, the mixed seafood.
So they
It's
have
like,
a very
holy crap.
they have a sophisticated palate now, so it's backfiring on them.
Oh no.
Backfired.
Yeah, it's like
Backfired
it's
big
like that
time.
with my son. Wherever we go, he orders like whatever has shrimp in it, and we're like, dude, like a lot of times he orders the most expensive thing on the menu because we make him eat all of his food at home.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I've discovered I like shrimp.
Yeah. I'm going to eat it.
That's
Yeah.
interesting, Rachel. I've never thought about it that way. So what do you think?
It's still worth it, though.
Yeah.
You're
I was
teaching
gonna say.
resilience. You gotta, like, you can't cater to that. You don't have time for that, and it's not teaching them, like, reality. Like, in my opinion, and to each their own. Like, I shouldn't, you know.
That is
I
true.
shouldn't
Like,
be
if you
that-
don't like something, you can't just say, I want something else to your wife or husband. They'll be like, no, I made this for dinner. This is what you're eating.
Yeah.
Rachel, thank you for calling. Have a good day.
You too. Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Bye,
Rachel.
Rachel.
Bye.
Hey, this is my actual sister, right? Hi, Jess.
Hey, bro.
Hey, it's my actual sister.
Oh my God.
With my work
Jess.
sister, and I'm mean to both of you.
You're a bully.
Yes, he is.
Oh, isn't it awful, Jessica? You feel me?
Oh, I grew up with it, sister.
So you know. Did you have a lot of energy too, and did he make fun of you for it?
Always. Always.
I got it.
Cheer.
I'm going to bust everybody's chops.
I know,
man.
right? Jerry's getting told today.
I know. Jeez, you're ganging up on me now. I bet you're talking about, I know what you're going to talk about. Tell us.
Oh, my little vegetarian.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got two little ones at home, and my oldest, we call him the little vegetarian. He will eat nothing but cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, broccoli. He'll eat fruit, but any type of meat product, he can't stand it.
Dang.
We're lucky if we can get breakfast sausage or a hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
If we try chicken or anything else, he will gag.
Not even
And we
bacon?
do. No bacon.
He's the
Nothing.
weirdest
All
kid.
the
All he
good
wants is fruits and vegetables. And you're
I
like,
mean, that's like a healthy problem.
know.
to
I
have.
know, but like,
that's-
what kid doesn't love hot dogs
I
chopped
I
up?
know, that's crazy. Chicken nuggets.
What?
So what do you?
And he just recently started doing chicken nuggets only because we call them dino bites and they're shaped like dinosaurs.
Oh, so
Meat
you
and
have
shape.
If you say the word chicken, he's automatically no, covering his mouth.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, we've had him projectile vomit
Oh no!
from just getting a little piece of something that's out of his norm in his mouth. He will vomit.
Kid, that's
crazy.
actually tough.
No.
Like, that's
What?
hard.
Well, and when it comes like that, like when he's clearly not faking it, because it's one thing when kids just don't like it, you know, especially if there's multiple siblings, one won't like it because the other one doesn't like it. But when they're actually throwing up when they eat meat, I mean, that's got to be like, you must really not like this.
I've
then.
never asked you, what do you guys do then on a nightly basis? Do you make him other food or just stick with the fruits and vegetables, doing double dinners? What are you doing?
Well, we always offer him what we cook, but we usually put it on a separate plate so he doesn't get grossed out if it's mixed in with his other stuff. But we offer both, and if he eats it, he eats it great. If not, you know, it is what it is. But with my littlest guy, we call him the Cookie Monster. So whatever brother doesn't eat, he eats.
Oh, so he's just like the trash can, just like anything else. For
He's
sure.
gonna be
So we
thick.
got one of each.
That's funny.
It doesn't go to waste. It doesn't go to waste, so
Yeah,
it's
but
all
at least
good.
he's not like, because I have a younger brother who was kind of the opposite. Like, he hated the fruits and veggies and literally just like chicken nuggets and fries and hot dogs. Like,
Yeah.
that's what he wanted as a kid. And like, that's like, okay, it's easy to get, but you know what you're feeding him is like unhealthy. So at least he's like, He wants the healthy
This is
stuff.
fruits and
Yeah.
vegetables. Yeah.
You don't have to force him to eat broccoli. It's
Yeah.
a good sign.
Yeah, there's no complaints there. We just kind of go with the flow, and we figure, well, when he's ready, he's ready. And like I said, he finally just got into the chicken nuggets, and we're like, score, yay, something else we can give you as a variety.
He's dabbling in
Yay.
nuggets now. I like to dabble in nuggets. He's telling all his friends at school. Oh my gosh. All right, Jess, thank you for calling. Have a good day.
Absolutely.
Jess.
You
Jess.
too, guys. Love ya.
Bye,
Love
sis.
you. Bye. That's your sister,
That's my
Katie.
sis.
That's your sister.
We have a common enemy. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, right?
I'm just kidding.
Shut up. If any of you want to sound off about your picky eaters in the house, 303-691-1MIX, 303-691-1649. There was this story out just about a day or two ago talking about the average parent spends about 67 hours a year negotiating with their kids. Essentially 11 minutes per day bargaining with them. And the top thing that they talk about is food. Like the food that they don't want to eat. And
Yeah.
then they get the critiques, and then you bargain with, well, if you eat all of this, you'll get to go buy a trampoline or something silly.
Yeah.
The most common complaints and insults parents hear about their cooking from their kids. I don't like the smell. I don't like the way it looks. It's too spicy. It's too mushy. It's too bland. It's boring. It's chewy. Too tough. It essentially sounds like all the things I say to my wife when she cooks.
Jeez. You are hitting everything today.
Are not making friends today, Jeremy.
Dude.
I'm nuking everybody today, man.
It's like I'm sleeping on
Y'all
the
got me
couch.
fired up
Yeah.
now.
My goodness.
But yeah, we deal with this a little bit in my house where I make something really good, take a lot of time, and the kids will be like, I don't like it. And I'm like, really? We have this joke in the house called second dinner. So we don't
Yeah.
cave, generally, to the kids saying that they don't want to eat it. But then you find them about 2-3 hours later shuffling through the kitchen trying to make something. And I was like, time for second dinner? Must be time for second dinner. You should have ate your first dinner. April, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Super dupes.
Morning.
You got picky eaters in your life?
We've gone back and forth over the years, but I just have something to say about the family that that called in with the question.
Yeah.
So I'm a dietitian, and there's a golden rule when it comes to feeding your children. And across the board, there's a lot of controversy, I think, with like different nutrition things, of course, out there. Like you'll get a lot of different opinions, but this one we all agree on. The children, like your job is to make and serve the food. Their job is to eat it. So you should never force them to eat it. And you should never make them something else because you're opening up a whole nother can of worms. It's not just going to be about the food. So right there is like just.
So what do? You just be like, you're going hungry tonight?
She needs to tell Dad to stop making second meals for them. That she needs to tell him that.
I think you do need to be on one page. Like that's the big thing is as parents, whether you're co-parenting or whatever, like that's the biggest thing. You got to be on the same page with the kid because then they know which parent they can essentially manipulate.
Yeah, and it's going to like seep into all different kinds of areas. It's not just going to be meals.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'll leak over.
True that.
And it takes. I think they say it takes like 20 times or something before you try something that you'll like it because kids' taste buds are so strong, and they feel things differently in their mouth. So I think you need to like maybe serve one thing that they're going to like, and if they eat a lot of that, even if it's something you don't think they should eat a lot of, like bread or pasta, just serve it and then just give them the opportunity to eat the other things. And if they eat it, they don't. If they eat it, they eat it. If they don't, then that's their job. And one thing that I like to tell people is to take a thank you or no thank you bite. Just try one bite. If you don't like it, no thank you. You don't have to eat anymore. If you like it, then
I like
have
that.
Kind of nice, though.
Yeah, I like that
No,
approach.
thank you, bite.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's good.
Yeah. So
All right.
That's my little piece of dietitian advice.
That's good.
You're an expert.
No, yeah, I like it.
Thank you for sounding off today, April.
Yes. Thank
Yeah,
you, April.
No problem.
Okay,
Sure.
bye.
You guys have a good day.
Thank you.
too.
Bye.
Happy
Well,
St.
and I
Patrick's
like
Day.
how she also said it goes over into other aspects of your life too. You know, when
I
it
didn't even
comes
think of
to
that.
something like this, we're not just dealing with food. So
Yeah, you
That's
can't go
great
out and play,
advice.
then you go ask dad, and dad's like, yeah, go out
Yeah.
and play or whatever.
well,
Yeah.
and it's funny
No,
because
thank you.
growing up with like Zoe when she was growing up, you know, I obviously love food so much, and so when Zoe would wake up, I'm not kidding. One of the first questions I ask would be, "What do you want for dinner?" What are we making for dinner?
Wait, like wake up
And-
from a nap or
oh,
wake up
Like
from
right away?
From
for
bedtime.
for the day. Like, this is one of
6
the first
a.m.,
questions
baby?
I would ask her. What do you want for dinner? And so she got to essentially pick what I made. But Zoe, being an only child and having me as a mother, she just loved food. Like there's not a whole. Zoe doesn't like green beans and bananas. And that's about it. Those are the two things that Zoe doesn't like. Otherwise, she's a pretty good eater. So I never had problems getting her to eat things. But it's funny, the first caller where she's like, yeah, she ordered steak and shrimp when we went out to eat, though, that's Zoe. Like she wants
she's got
steak,
the
She's a high
shrimp,
roller, huh?
buds? Yeah.
lobster, like
High
this
roller.
is sushi at 5 years old. Like that was Zoe. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, she's always had such a massive palate. But you know, I think that's also I used food as love. You know, so I think maybe that's why we didn't have that issue as far as her eating the food I needed her to eat or anything. It was just I woke her up talking to her about food.
With a bowl of mac
I
and cheese
know,
and 2 spoons.
She's like, smell it. Come on.
You ready
Right
to
under the
eat?
nose.
It's
You
a
ready
bright
to
new
eat?
day. It's the color of the sun coming up. Baby Nana.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Do. Jeremy, Katy, Josh with Denver's best music. It is Mix 100. Going back a step, I'm always firmly in camp. Have your kids try everything.
Yeah.
Expand their palate.
You have to.
them eat really good foods, because if not, they grow up to be those weird adults that can't eat anything but like chicken nuggets and Arby's, you know?
Or like they're at the restaurant and they're like, no this, I can't have this. So they're the ones who have all the substitutions and stuff when you go out with them.
It's so strange,
I
isn't
know,
it?
and you're like, just eat it how it comes.
Like, you're a weird adult.
Just try it.
Like, that's all you can eat is like mashed potatoes and
Yeah.
fries.
No, but my sister's like that. My sister,
Really?
my older sister, she is such a picky eater, and like she can't eat meat that comes on the bone. You know that.
That's
and
so
I know
weird.
people like that, but she is the extreme version of that.
I know people like that too.
Yeah.
And it's like, your friends will talk about you
I
after you
know
leave.
exactly right.
Did you see what he was eating?
Yeah.
Like,
or not eating.
Are they
Or
like,
not eating.
Are they 9? All they can eat is mac and cheese?
And I need a glass of milk, please.
Grow
Thank
up.
you.
She had
Yeah.
chicken nuggets with ketchup. What is she eating?
I know. And we're like a steak restaurant. You got chicken nuggets? Anyway, just make your kids try different things, okay? Don't be that weird adult.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, we've got a trending report. We are hyper local here at Mix 100. And then we're going to be talking about the Buseys. The Buseys down there.
Yes, there's Busey's drama.
Busey's drama.
Absolutely.
Who would've thought?
And some creamers being recalled, right?
Creamers and grade B eggs. We have all the news for you,
That's
Jer.
right. We'll do that.
All of it.
And more coming up in the trending report with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh. Let's see what's going on with traffic. Whee! Thanks for hanging out with us on a fun Monday, St. Patrick's Day. We've all got a little bit of green on here in the studios, and you can see what's going on live on our YouTube stream, which is brought to you by Safeway. Just search Mix 100 Denver, and it'll pull up what's going on here in the Mix 100 studios in Lone Tree, Colorado. Don't you know? If you could have heard us off the air a few minutes ago, trying to figure out the proper way to say Buena Vista.
Buena Vista.
Buena Vista.
Yes, Buena.
Buena Vista.
Buena
Vista.
Vista. Buena Vista.
Just piss off everybody that
I
speaks
know.
Spanish.
Well, and
Buena Vista.
again, like I did a lot of high school sports when I was working over in Grand Junction, and so the Buena Vista Demons rolled through town every now and then, and we got letters, we got voicemails when you would say Buena Vista.
Buena Vista.
Katie, I just learned
Buena Vista.
Buena
yes.
Vista.
So they
Buena
got real
Vista.
irate when
Which
you
way
would
is it
say
again?
It's Buena
Buena.
Vista.
Buena Vista.
like
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah, that is it.
I just learned
Yes.
why it was named like that, and I cannot disagree more.
Well,
I
say
cannot
it.
disagree with the
Say
person.
it.
No, I don't want
Say.
to.
It's a
I don't like
lady
it.
who's
Everyone's already pissed off
okay.
today, Josh.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to
so
say anything.
pissed off
Bite
today.
my tongue.
People are on one.
Y'all are fired up today.
We're all fired up though. It's okay. I like the energy.
Buena Vista.
Buena
Damn it.
Vista.
Buena
That's how you
Vista.
say it. Yep.
We were
Yeah.
talking about the hot springs out there, though.
Yeah, the Mount
Katie's like, I gotta go
Princeton.
sit in some hot water.
I do. I have to go to a hot springs. My birthday is coming up next month, and so a tradition that my daughter Zoe and I have is we go to the Glenwood Springs hot springs, and we go to the iron ones, the iron hot springs, because they have the different elements and the different pools
Come
that
out
are
glowing.
heated. It is so beautiful. But also there are so many hot springs just around the state that I haven't been to. So I was just thinking
That
like,
Mount
maybe I could-
Princeton, I've heard so
So
many
pretty.
people. So many people tell me that's where we should go.
Yes, it's actually in Northrop. I think that's how you say it, but just
Northrop?
outside
Buena
of
Vista.
Buena Vista.
Buena Vista.
Yes.
I think
That's
we
where
might
it's
be
at.
going up that way for Memorial Day, maybe.
Oh, that's
So,
a good
we'll
pick.
see.
Northrop, N-A-T.
Northrop.
Northrop.
Yes. Northrop.
Northrop,
Northrop.
Colorado.
Northrop.
Yeah, it's a little resort area down
Yeah,
there. So it looks
yeah.
really good.
It
It looks
looks
nice.
beautiful.
It's
My
so
gosh.
pretty. Yeah. And we are no shortage of hot springs in Colorado. You
Yeah,
know,
you
there's
just go out
plenty
there and
for
lay
you.
on rocks, man.
There's some naked ones and some non-naked ones for you
Yeah.
to check out.
Which one's
Before I
the
go to
naked
the
ones?
family one.
So yeah, the one in Uray is a not naked one, but right down the road in Ridgeway is the naked one. That's the first naked one I've ever been to, and I will never forget because that also has pools that are different heated temperatures. And there's one that was the hottest, and it was called the Lobster Pit, and it got to like 125 degrees. It was so hot, and I was really excited to go into that one. And then
Cooking.
I went down to the Lobster Pit, and I saw this like 500-pound man floating naked in the Lobster Pit.
Ain't
and I was
nothing wrong
like,
with that.
You know what? Never mind. Maybe I'll check out the
What's the
Lobster
matter with that,
Pit
Katie?
a different time. I didn't want to share that bath with friends.
Why not?
That was not okay with me. So yeah, we found a different naked hot springs. We went to that one, but they're a trip. They are a trip.
I'd rather have it warm than cold, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If your sans clothes, you want it.
You want it warm.
Very
The
hot.
hotter the better.
I'll just never forget the
Exactly.
one we went to in Steamboat. It's
Strawberry.
The strawberry
Strawberry
one.
Field.
Strawberry
yeah, and
one,
it's
yeah.
it's
People
close
hook up.
optional after 7 p.m.
Yes.
And it is also a place for activities with each other.
Promiscuous, unprotected
And-
relations.
At
Oh.
that time, we didn't know that, and at 6:58, people started stripping down, and we
Yeah.
were like,
Mom.
"Oh!" And my parents quickly said, "All right, kids, hey, it's time to go home. Time to
We all
leave."
scampered off, and your dad went back.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah.
know, right? Where's Dad?
Dad?
Oh yeah. We know how to
Yeah.
have fun in Colorado.
We sure do.
Oh,
Hot
Get naked
water.
and lay on rocks.
Exactly.
naked fun.
Speaking of Colorado, we are all here. Mix 100 takes pride in knowing that all of the people on the air here at Mix 100 are in Colorado, living Colorado lives with you, and we like to do a very local trending report. So what you got,
Yes.
Katie?
We are starting up with this Buc-ee's news because it's quite shocking. We were talking about it over the weekend, how the one down south out by Palmer Lake, I think is the name of that little town just north of Colorado Springs. But Buc-ee's has withdrawn its request to annex that land for a new location just off I-25 and County Line Road. Plans to resubmit the bid, so they are still planning planning on moving forward, but they must have hit a snag somehow. We're not quite sure, but we have been talking about it, how that proposed convenience store, residents and business owners nearby are not about it, and more than 1,200 people signed a petition against it in less than 48 hours. We had the bus rolling up and down I-25.
I'm surprised this happened because I think I even said on the air, "Oh, it's happening."
Yeah, you can't
Lucky's
stop
is
it.
going to win. They're a gigantic corporation.
What the beaver wants, the beaver gets, right? Like,
That's right.
kind of what we thought, but it looks like they have put a
Now you
hold
got a
on
mad
things.
beaver.
I know.
Now you
mad
don't know
beaver.
what's going to happen.
That's an angry beaver.
You don't want an angry beaver.
But the thing is we had some texts earlier talk about how, because I mistakenly said being a truck stop, it needs to be outside of city limits. I guess Buc-ee's doesn't accommodate the big
vehicles.
trucks.
There's
Yeah, it's just
18
vehicles.
wheelers. They
So
say
I
no.
was wrong about that, but they do try and keep them out of big cities. So that looks like a reason why they were looking at that location specifically.
They need space because they've got like 200 pumps, and you're
Yeah.
going to get a couple 100,000 vehicles a day probably
Well,
rolling
this
through there.
specific convenience store, they were looking at 74,000 square feet. So
Yeah,
they are looking for
That's
a lot of
huge.
land.
It's a lot of fudge.
And again, they are still planning on resubmitting that bid. So we're not saying it's completely axed, but there is a hold on it for whatever
They're
reason.
lawyering up right now.
Yeah,
and
who knows
they'll
what's
be back.
happening?
That's
Who
what I was going to say.
knows
What does
what's
resubmitting do?
happening?
They're just going to propose the plan again, but with lawyers this time? Is
Yeah,
that...
I guess.
Maybe a smaller footprint. Maybe it'll be a smaller Buc-ee's,
Yeah,
or
maybe
they'll
they're-
revamp some things.
Okay.
rethinking their
Or they'll
whole
be like,
proposal.
hey, well, maybe
or they're going to
compensate.
triple the
Could they
size of it.
compensate the people?
You know what?
You made this
Fine.
beaver so mad. We're going to triple the size. You
300,000.
get a massive beaver, right? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're just gonna call him a muskrat.
Two
at this
signs.
Point.
That's
Two
what we're doing.
signs. You get two
You
beaver
two
signs.
signs. Okay. Well, another local story coming out of Colorado here because grocery stores are looking at supplying grade B eggs now instead of the A and double A.
These ones are okay.
I had no idea there was even a grade
I didn't
B.
even know. I've never paid attention to the grade of
know,
Oh, but you've
eggs.
seen the
So-
ones on the cartons where they have double A, right?
Yes.
Now-
oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
That doesn't mean batteries.
No,
That means
yeah, but I
But I've
knew
never
that-
thought twice about it.
I didn't think there
Oh.
was a B. So then this begs the question: is there a C? Do we have D eggs? Like,
Those ones
when
are
does
already
it end?
cracked.
When
D's
does
eggs.
it end? D's eggs. Yes, but Colorado grocery stores, they're moving to have grade B eggs, and we just talked about it. Grade A and double A eggs. They have thicker, firmer whites, rounder yolks, and no blemishes on the shell. Grade B has those things. So yeah, grade B's is kind of the opposite. And they use the grade B eggs for like the egg whites in the cartons that you see and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So you can still consume them. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just all about their looks.
It's not
right?
a pretty shell.
It's
Whatever.
not a pretty yolk is what they're saying.
Are these
So
little chicks going to be hatching? Is that the B
That's
eggs?
the problem.
I know,
you crack it
right?
open, there's a beak and
there's
legs.
a little baby in
little
there.
beak and eggs, but you throw it in a blender, boom.
Oh,
Make some scrambled eggs out of it.
Oh, that baby.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
But yeah, so look for grade B eggs in supermarkets. A little
Which
cheaper
stands
for
for
you,
blood.
though.
There's just a little bit of blood in them.
But a little
There's a
more
pulse.
bang for your buck. Let me put it that way. Those B eggs.
Aw.
How about this one? We didn't get to mention that the Cherry Creek Mall employees are going to have to start paying to park at
I
work.
hate this.
I hate this
No
so
way.
much. So
That's
yeah,
so rude.
and employees weren't officially told about it until March 10th. This was a week after the registration period had already begun. But what it looks like now is people who work at Cherry Creek Mall have to pay $20 a month to park in their parking structure. Before it was a $30 a month tag, but they were always reimbursed for it. So the
What?
workers would pay for it, then they'd get paid back, and everything was fine. Now they're not going to reimburse it. And here's the thing is, you know, $20 a month, a lot of us are like, what's that? It's fine. These are college and high school students.
You're working at a Foot Locker or something.
Exactly.
They're
Well,
going to
that's a lot of
essentially
money.
close down the mall because of that. People will not want to work there.
People aren't going to want to work
I'd be
there.
like,
You
I'll
need
see you at
employees.
Mills.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll see you,
seriously,
where
though.
you don't have to
Yep.
pay to park. And yeah, also part of the reason they're so upset is the employers didn't even tell them about it. They found out about it over a leaked Reddit post. That's how they found out about
That's
the
the best
parking
way to get
permits.
news.
Yeah, so this whole thing
That's
is
a
just
bummer.
but they're like, you know what? It was never intended to be a lifelong thing. So the employers are like, yeah, you should have expected this coming.
What?
Still kind of not
Why
okay.
does it have to be $20?
I know.
Like,
Well, and it's $25 if you pay in person. $20 is the online purchase. Yeah.
don't understand.
I don't
get
this.
that.
They're
That is
gonna
I know.
be there anyway, so don't charge them.
Yeah.
What the heck?
That's weird.
That's going to close down. I mean, people are not going to want to work
think
there.
they could get around
Cherry
that.
Creek is. I used to love going there, and
Yeah.
don't so much anymore.
It's hard. It's hard
It's a little
to go
hoity-toity
down
for me.
It
but-
is,
to Cherry
man.
Creek Mall. Well, and again, even the employees having a reason to not
Again.
go.
You can find me at the retail resort there across the street here, Park Meadows.
Hey, there you go.
Park
You can
Meadows.
find
No, we're
me
gonna
at
find you at the
Park Meadows.
Kohl's. You got like
I know.
$800 in Kohl's cash.
Exactly.
Don't, hey,
That's-
I don't want people rolling up on me, buddy.
Oh,
Don't
sorry.
broadcast
I
that.
know.
Don't be
Exactly.
broadcasting that.
Sorry, I meant you
Tell 'em.
owe $800.
Hey, you with the Kohl's cash. Get on the ground.
rolling
Hey.
up on me.
You remember the flight out at DIA that caught fire last
Yes.
week?
Sounds
And, oh my
familiar.
gosh, that caused a lot of ruckus. But now things are coming out about the passengers on that flight, and they're saying that a message was given on the plane before they even landed. Someone came over the loudspeaker and was like, "Hey, we're gonna have to divert this plane back to Denver because we're hearing vibrations." And you know, the person they spoke to in this news story was like, "Nobody was really alarmed. Everybody was fine. We knew we'd have to make an emergency landing, and we were cool. But then we stopped. We landed the plane, and I look up and my window's melting, and that's
Oh my
when I
gosh.
knew. That's when I knew."
This is your pilot speaking. Go ahead and look out the right side of the plane and not the left side because it is currently melting.
It's
We're going to go ahead
melting.
and land here at DIA. Winds out of the north-northwest at 25 miles an hour.
But-
Disregard the melting windows. We appreciate you flying with us today.
You'll feel a slight breeze as
We're
we
going
approach.
to go ahead and get this bird on the ground and get some fire trucks on it.
Don't mind the smoke. That's kind
Don't
of the thing
mind
too.
the smoke.
They didn't
Breathe as little
notice.
as possible.
They didn't notice the plane was on fire until it landed, and
So
that's
crazy.
what caused everybody to go a little crazy, as you can imagine.
So was
I
it
mean,
the? It didn't. To me, it didn't look like it was the engine though.
No,
it looked like it was like
yeah.
back underneath.
That's,
Yeah.
and,
And-
It was like the
engines were
booty.
on the wings, but I
Yeah.
saw a lot of fire on the ground.
There's something in the back of those planes, though, isn't there? There's like an engine or a thruster at the tail.
I'm sure
on some
there
of
is,
them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Maybe?
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
Look at me.
I have absolutely
I'm
no
not a
idea
pilot.
the mechanics
Thrust.
of a
I don't know
plane.
anything, yeah.
All I know is that once it did land and they saw that smoke, that's when people got out on the wing. I mean, it was pretty intense, and we're probably still going to be finding out things about this whole situation as the week goes on because I don't know. I don't think they've said what exactly started the fire.
They're just making up time. They're making.
Yeah.
It was a dad flying it, trying to make good time, and he pushed it
Make
too hard.
good
I think.
time.
Someone blew up the restroom.
This
if
is
you
what
know what I
happened.
mean.
This is what happened when I try to make time.
Dang thrusters.
Yeah. Hey,
Those
you have the
dang
creamer story?
thrusters. Yes, the International Delight creamers were recalled in
Yeah.
31 states, including in Colorado.
This is important news.
It is. Well, they're saying spoilage that causes sickness to consumers. So they're looking specifically at the Cinnabon flavor, which has
no.
the best by date of July 3rd. I knew that one would
No,
get
the
you.
Cinnabon
And
one.
all you hazelnut fans out there as well, that one also affected has a best by date of July 2nd.
Oh,
so look in the
hazelnuts.
fridge. If you're drinking coffee with us this morning, just double check. Make sure yours is an International Delight creamer.
You're
'cause
having breakfast today with bad creamer
I
and grade
know.
B eggs. What is this world coming to?
Living on the edge.
And you got a flight later this afternoon.
Jeez. It's like a 50-50 shot right now.
Oh my goodness.
This is the worst
But,
day ever.
make sure you check that creamer.
Yeah. My wife's a huge coffee creamer person. She's
So am
so
I.
healthy. She does her green shakes and her salads, but then when it comes to coffee, glug, 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 just that thick, nasty
You let
Wait,
her
I
have
have a
that.
question.
Let her have it.
I do. I'm not
She
going to get in her
does that,
kitchen.
Right? You're like, it's fine.
I don't want to be yelled at anymore.
Oh my
What's
gosh.
your question?
No, I'm not a coffee drinker. So like why not just put like half and half or like milk creamer in there?
This
Like,
is all
'cause-
flavored.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like anything
Makes
but
it
milk.
taste
so
Like-
sugar and milk. That's just
I know, but
go the
sugar
old
and milk-
fashioned
No, but
way.
you can make it
No.
taste like cinnamon rolls or
Exactly.
oatmeal cookies.
That sounds disgusting.
Dude, you have no
cinnamon
idea.
and yeah, no.
Who would
want
want to drink an oatmeal
Did
cookie?
you just say cinnamon?
I may have. I got a little excited. I was going to
I
defend my
think
coffee
it's
creamer.
Gross.
Oh,
And
it's
I've
like-
talked about on the show, like if she makes us coffee in the morning, I have her stir my coffee first.
Yeah.
And then move over to her coffee because if she starts with hers with her French vanilla
It'll taste
foo-foo
like yours.
and she brings it over, I'll get just a hint
Ugh.
of
And you don't
foo-foo
like
in mine,
that.
and I don't want any foo-foo.
Do you just drink black? Straight black or no?
No, I'll just do like a little bit of Splenda and then half and half.
Okay.
Just your basic.
Well, you had that
Basic
orange,
bro.
toxic looking like pumpkin stuff, which I'm sure tasted great.
It's called pumpkin juice
Yeah.
or pumpkin sauce,
It was-
actually.
it
is
was
what
Not good for me.
as orange as the Denver Broncos.
It tasted so good, though. That's the thing. I have oat creamer now.
Oh,
Like
that's good.
oat milk creamer, but it's oatmeal cookie.
Still bad for
oat
me.
milk creamer. I know. Yeah. It tastes like a cookie. It's probably not good for me.
Hey, good luck out there, everybody. with your bad creamer and ugly eggs.
Yeah.
That's your local trending report right now. Let's see what's going on with traffic. Denver's best music mix 100 with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh, who are also known by JKJ on the street.
What up?
What up? Josh was just telling us about how many people downtown were like, JKJ!
It was cool. It was super, super cool.
For the parade. And yeah, it's catching on a little bit, isn't it?
I like it.
JKJ
It's
in the
quick
morning.
and easy to remember, right?
It's real nice.
Yeah.
Real nice. A couple stories floating around this morning. I know a lot of people are going to be getting their drink on this afternoon for St. Patrick's Day. So
Again?
Oh,
Oh,
it's just
gosh.
another excuse to drink. Website put out a map with the most popular beers in every state. Miller came in number 1.
Oh.
Almost 30 states, it looks like.
Wow.
I don't like Miller
I'm not a
Lights.
Miller guy.
Uh-uh.
No. Coors was second, and then Budweiser.
Hey, Coors is beating Bud now, though. That's actually...
Yeah, people are
Kind of a
still
big deal.
kind of all butthurt over Budweiser.
Where
I
Busch
think,
Light
so.
make it on that list? Get a dirty
Bush
30.
is the top choice in Illinois and Indiana.
Oh, I was
So-
going to
Well,
say
that
North
makes sense.
Dakota.
Yeah.
I thought
that
for
your
sure.
thing?
In North Dakota, that is it. Like,
Busch.
that's what people drink is Busch Light and Schmitz.
Schmitz, yes.
Those
Huh.
are the beers they drink up there. So I just figured it'd make it, number 1. But
Right. You're like, hey, Jared, what's Colorado? Well, let me tell you.
I thought you said Miller.
Blue
No?
Moon.
Oh,
Blue Moon.
hey.
Blue Moon.
Was
I
number
love
1
it.
in Colorado.
I love it.
Which is
Blue
weird
Moon.
because that Blue Moon bar is shutting down,
I
isn't it? We talked
know.
about that
No,
the other
that's
day.
sad.
It is. Opening day will be their last day.
I'm a Blue Moon guy. Just don't put that goofy orange in it. That's the
Okay,
only thing I
but
don't
if you're
want.
making it at home, the orange is
Okay,
so
Yeah.
good.
All right, there's your caveat.
Yeah.
It brings out that citrus,
does.
and it's so
Yeah,
good.
when you have a fresh sliced orange
Oh,
in your
girl.
Blue Moon.
and
Yeah.
you feel a little healthy.
I don't
'cause you're
want
eating some
bar.
fruit.
I don't want bar orange. No bar
No,
orange.
Yeah,
for
you
me.
don't want the orange that's been
Someone
sitting
probably
out all day.
stepped on that or something.
There's
Yeah.
no juice left. It's dehydrated.
Ugh.
Like, I know.
It's
Don't
a
put that
thirsty
in your beer.
orange.
It soaks up all the beer.
I know.
What else is going on? Oh, your Venti non-fat mocha with no whip might cost you a little bit more now. Starbucks is ordered to pay $50 million to a delivery driver who was burned by one of their beverages, it sounds like. Dude suffered severe burns, disfigurement, and nerve damage in his genitals when a hot drink spilled onto his lap. It sounds like the barista, was reaching out the window with 3 beverages, maybe in like a drink container.
Oh, no.
One wasn't fully pushed into the container, and the drink fell out of it, and the lid wasn't secured properly either. So, boom, dumped on the guy.
Oh, gosh.
Suing for physical pain, mental anguish, loss of enjoyment of life, humiliation, inconvenience, grief, disfigurement, physical impairment, anxiety, emotional distress,
Wow.
and many, many more things. Like,
I mean,
everything.
But all those things, right? If you were to experience this same thing, wouldn't you say, yeah, all those things happen? Like,
Especially if it spilled on my pee-pee ding
yes, deformities. What happened?
I know. How hot was it?
Like,
Jeez.
my gosh. But again, it begs the question of if you were in that situation, like I felt so bad. I was waiting tables way, way, way back when I waited tables, but I spilled a cup of coffee on somebody and I felt awful.
Sure.
Like, you feel so bad because it's hot. That hurt that person, but
Yes.
never is it your intention
To walk over
go
and dump
out
it.
and
On
dump
the-
hot
the
liquid on
genitals.
That's the
somebody's
thing.
lap,
Oh,
jeez.
Like you and I
Blow
bet
on
you,
it, Josh. Blow on it.
Blow
on it.
That
More.
barista,
Oh, jeez.
I bet they felt so bad,
Yeah.
but that's not
Sure.
enough. So you see both
Like
sides
an
of this
accident
story.
happens. Like gravity
Yeah.
happens, I feel like, at some point.
Yeah.
But
But
no matter how much you secure that lid on there, if it happens to slip out of the drink container, it's gonna pop off. I feel
Yeah.
like the whole thing all the way around is horrible. But $50 million is a lot of money.
and he won that,
It
right?
says, Starbreeze is ordered to pay. They're obviously going to, go back to court and say, no, that's way too much
Appeal it,
money,
yeah.
and do the appeal process. But yeah.
But
And then-
still,
but still.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm
Oh.
sure
Yeah, but I mean,
Starbucks.
50
I know,
million,
but
jeez.
the
Will
problem
be
is you set a
fine.
precedent now, so every little spill on somebody.
This happened with McDonald's.
McDonald's, they had to do the same
like
thing,
in the
yeah.
90s. You remember that
I do.
lady who, got all that
And that's
money
why
for
there's
her hot coffee?
labels.
That's why there's labels now.
What a world.
Oh, my gosh.
Poor guy, though, if this is legitimately
Do you think it is?
I mean, $5 billion
I mean, in
says
court.
yes.
I know. I was
you
going to say in court.
50
Are they going to
million.
have
Or
to
50
say?
million, sorry.
Are they going to
It's
have to
made it a
say?
lot bigger.
Are they going to have to say prove it in court?
Oh,
That he's disfigured?
Mm-hmm. Prove it. Yeah, prove it.
well, maybe you'll. Yeah.
Well, I'm. That's a serious question. I'm not being facetious here. I think it's. He said there's damages.
There's probably doctors' pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild for $50
I'm
million.
uncomfortable now.
I know.
And we're all crossing our legs. So
Putting this lid on my coffee real tight too.
we'll keep you updated. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Denver's best music with Jeremy, Katy, and Josh in the morning. Y'all have a fun St. Patrick's Day today. Be careful out there. Don't get too silly. Big Rob will be coming up here after us in just a few minutes. Let's see. At 1:30, he's got another code word, or check that flight number for the Coldplay giveaway. So stick around for that at 1:30. And then at 11:30, he's got 90 minutes of commercial-free music. So that's kind of nice.
Just a giver today.
He gives and he gives and he gives.
Yeah.
So make sure you keep Mix 100 on in your office all day long. What are you guys doing today? Anything fun?
I'm going to go take a bath.
Okay.
I like baths.
Josh, you joining her?
No, I'm gonna be. No, we have. We have
a rule.
Yeah,
okay,
Only
good.
separate baths.
Good.
Yeah. I'm very Irish, so we're gonna have a huge St. Patty's Day party with my family today. So I'll be going
Good
there
for you, buddy.
Fun.
right after the show. Actually, I'm gonna help make the corned beef and cabbage with my mom.
Oh, so good.
I love this meal, and I only get it once a year. So
Yeah.
very excited.
It's time, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be throwing mine in about 11 o'clock today in the old crock pot with some
Yummy,
potatoes.
yummy.
We're doing the cabbage. I don't know if Nick Nack's doing the soda bread or not, but
Oh, you have
my
to.
mom-
you don't have to.
The
Yes,
Irish
you do.
soda bread, you
You do?
My
have
mom's soda
to.
bread is to die for.
Oh my
Really?
gosh.
And I'm sure everybody says that, but my mom's is really, really good.
I need to find a place that serves corned beef and cabbage because I need just one.
Just
I don't
one
need
serving?
To make, I don't need to make a crock pot.
Whatever,
full of
dude.
it.
Go get yourself
I
a
can't-
crock pot full of
I can't
it.
eat a whole corned beef. I've tried.
Oh, spread it out. So-
Yeah, but
Spread
that
it
goes
out over
bad
a couple
in like 3-4
days. He's like,
days.
I
so
know,
I
I
just
tried.
and then you really smell funny when you try and put one of those
Okay.
things
Well,
down.
don't do it
like,
then.
Yeah,
Good deal.
so I need one meal. I just need to know the best place to go get that meal.
All right. I
From
don't
the
know.
Grismer household. There you go.
Hey,
Yeah.
yes,
Party.
Josh
I'm
plus
here.
one
Yes,
today.
Carrie.
Josh plus one.
Carrie and Katie would be best
Hey.
friends.
Besties.
Seriously.
I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling
You
we
guys
get
would.
along.
Truly.
Well, y'all have a fun day today. Happy St. Patrick's Day. You might need these pants if you're eating a lot of corned beef today. There's an emerging trend out there of people wearing sweatpant jeans. Have you seen them yet?
What?
They're sweatpants that are made to look exactly like denim.
No.
Right now, if you Google sweatpants jeans, there are ones in every style that jeans come in, like
Yeah.
high waist, wide leg, low rise, distressed, skinny, soiled.
Skid marks, whatever you need.
Whatever your flavor,
Are those like-
they've got them.
Katie, you would know this. Jeggings.
Jeggings,
Jeggings. Like the
yes.
jeans.
Is that
the
similar?
But those
leggings
were
that look like
leggings
jeans.
that look like jeans.
A little tighter.
A
Yeah,
little
yeah,
tighter.
those are for women. Yeah.
These look extremely comfy.
We should all
and
get 'em.
like you're wearing
Dude.
PJs to work. I'm down with
we can
this.
get away with it.
well,
It's
we're all
like-
rocking jeans right now. We can
Yeah.
wear
we
the.
are.
Like we would
Dweets.
just be wearing what we're wearing, but they'd be comfy.
Do
I
we
like
call them
this.
sweens or dweets?
I know. I just.
I kind of want to pair whatever you want to call them.
I know exactly. Like we'll take 3.
I love that idea.
know.
I do too. These sweatpants.
And I want them for tomorrow when I'm bloated.
I know.
Because I'm full of
yeah.
salty meat.
corned beef and cabbage. We need sweatpants jeans.
All right, look them up if you want to. Google sweatpants jeans, and you can credit JKJ for making you look that up.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow morning here at Denver's Mix 100. Have a good one.
See ya.
Bye.